I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy. Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
When you're in the trenches, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna fold from his.
The popular and acclaimed defending WBA lightweight champion of the world.
If it was the streets, these niggas would been smoked. Pack the whole group up. Pack them up and get them the fuck out of boxing.
Haney, Cambosis, one of those folks, maybe Garcia.
All them guys is easy work. They're easy work, man. I'm the top dog.
The hard-hitting young star of boxing, 3-division world champion.
Skill for skill. I'm much more skillful than Canelo. I stand on that. I'm much more skillful. You and Cambosis, what happens, Tank? I'm whooping that ass. Tell him come see me. Tell him hold the belt. I'll whoop his ass for free.
The defending world champion from Baltimore, Maryland.
We from the city. You know what's happening, what's in the city.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Gervonta Tank Davis.
SDS Promotions.
I remember walking in Mayweather gym, me sitting on the couch. I told him he a bum ass fighter. He ain't say nothing, not one word. He got a fur on his 80 degrees on.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Solo Dolo, Scarface, no Manolo. You just never know who's going to jump on the show. Co-host or not, the show must go on. We are here to discuss the previews and predictions for the big fight this weekend between Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, and Lamont Roach. We're doing previews and prediction and getting your thoughts on the entire card. So we're not only just predicting the main event, which seems to be the easy one, right? Everyone has Tank winning except for those that are ready to lay some big money on Lamont Roach to win by either decision or knockout. My bookie is paying ridiculously well if you're thinking of betting on Lamont Roach Jr. Yesterday we checked and the decision was at a plus 2,600, which meant $100 on Lamont Roach wins you $2,700. And the knockout prop has gone down. For whatever reason, the bookies seem to believe that if Lamont Roach is going to win, he has a better chance at winning via knockout than he does at outboxing Tank Davis, when Lamont Roach is known to be a boxer. So a bit strange that the prop bet for the knockout would be so prominent and, the go-to pick this weekend. Now, on the flip side, if you're looking to make money off a Tank, it won't be that easy. You will be having to at least risk $500 to make $100. The over-under is set at 8.5. For those that aren't interested in betting, the over-under is at 8.5. They're both minus money, so they're paying well. Looks like the bookies aren't sure if this fight will go to distance or if this fight will be stopped. Over 8.5 is minus 115. Under 8.5 is minus 120. The Tank knockout prop bet is still at $461. So every group of $461 you put, obviously you win $100. Now on Roach, the decision has dropped. Excuse me, on Davis, the decision is at 320 if you believe that Roach will last all 12 rounds. Now, Roach by decision is a 1325. Looks like that went down another 50 points. Yesterday was at 1375. So more money continuing to come in on Lamont Roach, as you can see, and these numbers keep getting lower. Again, yesterday, the decision for Lamont Roach was at a 2,600. Remember that Jerry Soriano said he was going to make his bet to win 27,000 had he bet 1,000. So this is flip-flopping, and it went back down 100 points. So meaning yesterday was the better day to lock in that Lamont Roach by decision. Remember, if you're going to make a bet, head on over to my bookie. It is a bookie that you can use from all over the world. Essentially, it doesn't matter the state you in. You can recharge your account via Bitcoin. You can recharge your account via credit card for those very desperate days when you ain't got no cash. Or you're like me and you just prefer to use your credit card so you get those great flight points and you can travel wherever you need to go. So don't forget, if you're going to make a bet, please do bet responsibly. But the lines are open and there is some money to make, especially if you believe in the skill set of Lamont Roach, simply going the over. So this is what we're going to be talking about. Previews and predictions for this weekend's fights. We're going to be talking the entire fight card, top to bottom. Huge fight card with a lot of names we may know and may not know. Starting first on the undercard, we have here on the schedule Alexis de la Sierra, Landon versus Sharon Carter. Never heard of these dudes. We'll just be locked in. Now, prelims are probably going to start around 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which will be 6 o'clock Eastern. Tavon Marshall, he's going to be taking on Florent Dervis. Never heard of him. And I know maybe this is the Trayvon Marshall that got knocked out. I'll double check, but not sure if it is. Yeah, it looks like I clicked on his box rec. So it is the one that got stopped by Gabriel Maestre, as you can see. So he's been on a 3-fight win streak, and he's looking to come back. We'll see how that goes. David Whitmire versus Angel Munoz, 6-round fight. Never heard of them. Kristen Cangigliaso, I never heard of him. Or Jared Tennant, never heard of him. Nasty work on behalf of PBC. Now, finally, we get to someone we know, Derek Davis, a.k.a. Scooter Davis, stablemate of Tank Davis, has been in the corner with Tank for this camp, and he is on this card. He's going to be taking on Oscar Gonzalez. He did have an opponent change. His opponent fell out, so shout out to the team that was able to find him a replacement. Nasheed Smith versus Tariq Green, 4-round super middleweight bout. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Jonathan Gio Lopez. This is a Canelo Alvarez trained fighter, and we did hear of him. He has no opponent scheduled, the dreaded TBA, but we will be tuned in. Jarrett Hurd, we also know, as well as Jonathan Gonzalez, who last fought on Pro Box. Durable guy. We're picking Jarrett Hurd over him. We got Yoenis Tellis versus Julian Williams. I'm picking Tellis over Williams. Williams got to show me that he still has punch resistance. Not really sure he does. Alberto Puello versus Sandor Martin. I'm riding with my Dominican brethren one more time. Hopefully the boxing gods do not continue to disrespect and disappoint Dominicans. And if Puello wins, he gets the hard-earned decision. Jose Venezuela versus Gary Antoine Russell. I'm going with Jose Venezuela just basically based off being a hater. I don't like that Gary is getting 2 back-to-back title shots. So if that makes me a hater, so be it. I like equality. I don't think this is equality. I don't think this is equal opportunity. I think this is Gary Russell favoritism. So I'm rooting for Jose Venezuela. Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. We all going Tank to knock out Roach. Roach has to prove to us that he's on this level. Instead of telling people to eat a dick, he needs to show us that he can actually fight and that Tank won't be putting his dick in the dirt, having him face down, ass up. We got Seattle, Washington. Mr. PBC, what it do? Welcome to the show. If you want to make your previews and predictions, go ahead and request here on Discord and or X Spaces. We are taking callers. Mr. PBC, are you available? Going once. All right. We got boxing. Fight game. What up?
Yeah, hello.
What's up, brother?
Yes, how's it going, boxing boys? How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Yeah, not bad. Just enjoying the lovely weather here in the United Kingdom. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. It's been a long time since we've seen Tank Davis in the ring. I think in the last 2 years, I think he fought Ryan Garcia in April 23. Then he fought last year against Frank Martin. So he's only had 2 fights in 2 years. Obviously, there's a few other issues going on with him outside the ring. But we hope as boxing fans that Tank Davis gives us 3 fights this year. You know, we've got a fight now in March. He can fight again in the summer. Then he can fight again later on, November, December in America or anywhere else in the world. But we want him to fight regularly. And this fight against Lamont Roach Jr., I'm going to be honest, I don't know a lot about Lamont Roach Jr., but I just can't. I'm looking at Lamont's style, right? I've watched a few YouTube clips. He's there to be knocked out. To me, it looks like Tank's going to knock him out. I think Tank stops him between round 3, 4, and 5. He could even stop him early, but I think Tank's going to have some fun in there. He's going to want some rounds. He's going to want to move around a little bit, you know, just get a bit warmed up because he wants big fights. I think he's looking at Hayden Garcia going to fight on separate cards in May. If they win, there's a rematch there. Maybe a fight against them two happens in 26. Before that, can we see him against Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah, man. According to Eddie, that's what he's going to be trying to accomplish, but that's going to be a difficult feat for sure.
Where would that fight take place? Would that have to take place in Saudi Arabia, or could it take place in America?
I mean, it could obviously take place in America, depending on if the Ring Magazine and Riyadh season want to do it in America. Obviously, Riyadh season has Saudi fights, but they also have American fights. They're going to be doing some New York
They
stuff.
do, yeah, of course. I think it's an American fight. I think it should be in America. I think it should be possibly Las Vegas or at one of the big arenas in America. It's not, for me. It's not a stadium fight. I think in America, Canelo is doing stadium fights because he's got a big Mexican following. I don't think it's a stadium fight. You don't have to be in a stadium fight. You can do it in a casino somewhere. But I think Turkey will like the fight. Turkey will want to give something to the American fans. The same way he wants to make Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua for the UK fans. He wants to keep all the fans happy. And I'm looking forward to it. I think Tank will get the job done. And look, there's no doubt about it. There's people out there who will criticize Tank. Well, I watched the shows on PBC, on YouTube. There is a buzz about it. There's a Mayweather feeling there that we used to get when you used to watch the All Access and the HBO and other people, other networks around the world just don't do it like some of the American networks have that great build up. I mean, the UFC do a great job. Other networks here in the UK don't do that kind of build up. But it's just a shame that America, in terms of boxing, isn't thriving like it once used to. But you know what? I'm looking forward to Tank. Just before I go, Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims out there who will be starting Ramadan this weekend.
You may feel like it's your
stay
time,
blessed, everybody.
but it's not your time.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. If you want to call in and voice your opinion, now is the time. The phone lines are open. We're taking calls. We're talking boxing. Also, don't forget, we do have our amateur boxing show. It will be taking place in about 2 days here in Las Vegas, Saturday, March 1st. Doors open at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can watch these fights right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. You can join us in real life at Real Boxing Gym here in Las Vegas. Limited seating available, limited front row seating that is being taken up very quickly. So if you're looking to sit in the front row, you want to secure your tickets. Phone lines are open for anybody that wants to call in. We are doing previews and predictions for this weekend's big fight with Gervonta Tank Davis back in action. Some say the face of boxing. We'll see. Do the numbers actually live up to that? We got Malcolm in Arizona.
We good?
We are.
Shout outs to Boxing Voice. Shout outs to you, my brother Ness. Yeah, man, it's fight week. To just get this rolling. I'm mainly gonna talk about like the I guess the last three fights. You know what I'm saying? The main three fights, I guess, and then I'm definitely pulling for Scooter. You know, you see, I check his shit out on Instagram, so he seems solid. So I'm pushing for him. But yeah, so Puello and Sandor Martin. I definitely got Puello on that. Again, him and Rohan Polanco are my two favorite Dominican fighters. You feel me? I love Puello's style. I don't think he's too boring of a guy, you know, and I can't see Sandor really giving Puello too much of a problem, you know. I don't think it's going to be the most entertaining fight in the world, but, you know, between Puello's his size, his reach, and his discipline to just stick to a certain game plan. I just have him winning that. Probably UD. You feel me? Rayo and Gary Antoine. I do understand where you're coming from with Gary Antoine Russell getting a title shot off a loss. The only thing I could kind of
Nah, but
counter that
it's
with,
more than that. It's not a title shot off a loss. It's a title shot off a title shot opportunity loss. Like this motherfucker
yeah,
already
you're
had a
right.
shot.
Yeah, but you know, the way I kind of looked at it, like I normally don't like kind of shit like that, but he lost like a very close fight. You know what I'm saying? So I do get it. Like he lost. You know what I'm saying?
So that
So
means
it's not
he
why
don't
I'm
he don't
tripping.
that don't mean he shouldn't go to the back of the bus. Like that shit don't make any sense to me.
I mean, but we've seen worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not justifying it, but I've seen way worse shit. So I'm not really tripping. We've seen people lose and then just get another title shot.
But
You know, so it's
this
not like
is that.
to
This is that. Like he lost to Puello and he's back versus Rayo. And you know what?
yeah. I'm not. And
To me personally, I've said it twice, and this is now my third time. It certainly feels like Al Heyman doesn't like Latin fighters, and he wants to strip them of their title. He did it to Puello, but Puello beat him. Now he's doing it to Rayo. Like, where the fuck is the love?
yeah,
Didn't Rayo upset
I
Isak?
could see that. I could see that. I could see where you're coming from with that. But anyway, I mean, because I don't want to argue too much on it because I can see your point. But I personally have Gary Antoine winning that one. I do think his size and his power is going to be a massive difference. You know, Rayo's good. You know what I'm saying? He showed great footwork. You know, I didn't think he had the footwork, but you know, he would have to try to outbox somebody like a Gary Antoine. He can't pull what he did with Isak Cruz. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he can get the job done with Gary Antoine. Now, if he beats him, I'll definitely take that motherfucking crow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pulling for him. And then Tank and Lamont, you already know, man. Like I think Tank gonna win, but I'm going for Lamont at this point because he ain't gonna give us a Shakur fight. I just want Lamont to somehow just whoop his ass, you know. But that was really it. And you know, I do wanted to give you a shout out because I started catching up with the shows. The Berlanga interview was fucking fire, man. And I just finished the interview with the WBO president. It's fucking amazing, you know. I'm always learning more new shit about boxing, but I like learning about the business a little more so we can kind of understand what the fuck goes on the back end. So I definitely want to give you a shout out, Ness. I really like those kind of interviews. Hopefully, we can get more of that. And I did want to ask you too before I go, man. So, what was your thoughts? Because he said something about Turkey, and I think it had to do with the sponsorship for one of their cards. That Turkey's considered a promoter, and when people were complaining about you remember the Mayweather shit with him telling Tank the
Yeah,
scorecard
I mean,
shit,
but
and one of your arguing points.
remember, his key words were de facto promoter, which means he's like a promoter, but he's not officially a promoter, bro. You know, he's just fallen into that role because of what he does, but he's not a promoter. Exactly what I
But could
said. The
two
man
things be
has
true
no
at the same
license.
time?
What do you
Can we
mean?
say that? Like, because I mean,
Yeah,
if
the
he
only
is, but
the
he's
only thing
not. But could
true the
we?
only thing true is he's the organizer of the event and he's showing bias. You know,
For sure, yeah.
that's just the
Okay,
bottom
no, no,
line. Promoter or
I get
not
you.
promoter, he's supposed to be neutral and he's not. That shit is
Okay, yeah, I
viral.
agree
That
with
shit
you
is
on that.
viral. I seen another article about it today. Nobody's happy about that
Yeah,
shit.
hopefully they can still fix that shit for Dominus. I kind of feel bad for him, man. You know, I gotta support my Caribbean people. You feel me? Besides the Bodie, Bodie gang and all that shit, I gotta support y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's fucked up. I don't really like robberies like that. So hopefully they appeal, they figure something out. But that's really it. It's my off day. I'm gonna just tune in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just watch some TVV and I'm gonna just listen to these calls, man. I appreciate you, my brother Ness.
You the champ. Appreciate you. Listen, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Let's get that algorithm activated so we get some new callers and new listeners.
You may feel like it's your time, but
Maybe
it's
y'all
not your
misheard
time.
me. I didn't say he doesn't like. Did I say he doesn't like Latins? Well, that's still what I mean. Maybe he doesn't like Latins. I mean, after all, Leo Santa Cruz's head is still rolling around the arena somewhere. Um, but yeah, I was speaking specifically in the situation of Gary Russell, Antoine Russell. You was put in there with a Latin fighter. He beat you. So you don't even get to lick your wounds. You just automatically get put in another fight with another Latin fighter. I'm just saying what people are afraid to say. Didn't Rayo beat Pitbull Cruz? Don't he deserve something for that? Wasn't he the underdog? Now we put him in another underdog fight. It seems like you're not being rewarded for winning and instead being punished. So, I get it that y'all don't like what y'all hearing, but I don't give a fuck. Maybe he shouldn't be looking so biased. Antoine Russell does not deserve to be in another title shot. No one can give me a legitimate reason as to why. And the closest thing y'all could come up with is, well, it was a tight fight. So every tight fight deserves another title opportunity? I highly doubt it. I got Mr. PBC, Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, please save it, Seattle. Um, yeah, man. Tank selling out his fight. This fight's gonna definitely do pay-per-view numbers. If anybody still remembers that, I think it'll do pretty good pay-per-view numbers. Probably better than the last card that we just seen on Saturday. Um, I heard the tickets are selling out pretty good. I think Lamont Roach is a good competitor. I mean, the simple fact that there was not that many people available, so Tank had to take this. We can't take this as Tank is bullying lower opposition. I think you got to take it as he is giving opportunities to people who are available, just like Better Beef did to Callum Smith and Anthony Yard. Two mandatories back to back before unification. Um, just like David should be getting. He is a person who positioned himself at the highest level at 175. So I definitely got Tank. I know a lot of people are trying to win the lottery ticket, but I would just stick with the lottery ticket. The actual one in your state, in your county, in your jurisdiction. Um, I don't think it'll be smart to go with Lamont. He's been beat before. He is a good competitor, but I don't think he's going to beat Tank. I think Tank, would be a warm up for him for the big fight. Shakur, you know what's up. I know your hands are hurt, but that's your fault. Time to pick up that phone, and Tank, time to pick up that phone, plan ahead. You know, let's get it popping. No more, drama season, Ness. Let's get to the action. I feel like the action is going to happen this year. I can just feel it burning. So that's my call, man.
All right, all right. Appreciate you calling in. It's funny he says that because I was watching the Roach, Lamont Roach and Herring fight last night. Didn't finish watching it, but definitely what I noticed is that Lamont Roach, ends up in the space of his opponent. So, that can be an uppercut. That can be an uppercut waiting to happen, specifically with the left hand of, uh, Jamel Herring. Now, he's going to be fighting a southpaw, and this is actually the best fight to watch because Herring is a southpaw. So that left uppercut of Herring will be a lot more deadlier from the perspective of Tank Davis, who has knockout power. But the left hand seems to be, landing at will, whether that's up or down. And Herring was kind of pushing Lamont back, meaning whenever Herring was on offense, Lamont was slightly back footing. Yes, he would dart in with a jab and an occasional body shot, but for the most part, his temperament was back foot mentality, and that's versus Herring. We got David Maldonado. What up?
Yo, Nestor Gibbs, good morning, bro. Top of the morning. Yo,
Right back at you, champ. Buenos dias.
yo, I don't know why people are picking Tank for an early knockout, man. Tank, even though he's definitely, a big puncher, Tank is not a guy that knocks people out early. He don't get early knockouts. You know what I mean? I could see this fight going 8 rounds, 7 rounds, but it's a shame that Tank Davis, as talented as he is like he don't believe in himself because he's not taking the fights that we want to see. And truthfully, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I picked Tank over everybody from 135 to 140, even over my favorite fighter. But does he believe that? That's the issue. He ain't taking those chances, man. He's not taking those chances. Him and Shakur will be an ugly fight. That would be like Canelo versus Lara all over again. He'll chase him out the ring and win the decision. And then Shakur fans are gonna say he got robbed because he went 12 rounds running. You know what I mean? That's not boxing. He fight Devin Haney, that's gonna look like Amir Khan and Canelo Alvarez. He fight Teal, that'd be a fire fight. And I love Teal, but I don't see Teal beating Tank neither because Tank is more complete. But once again, does Tank believe it? And the Tank fans are ridiculous, man. Like I see them arguing about swag. Like they're like, "Oh, look at Tank. He's punching on. He's punching on a Louis Vuitton heavy bag. Like, you know what I mean? He got swag. He got drip. Like these kids is crazy today. That's I'm really looking forward to the Raul Valenzuela and Gary Russell. That's gonna be a good fight. I'm picking Gary to win. I'm picking Sandor Martin for the upset. That win is gonna age well for T.O. I got Sandor beating Alberto Puello. And it's sad that they put in Subriel Matias on the same night as Tank Austin. They did that to him last time in Puerto Rico. He got sabotaged and lost. And now they're putting him on the same night with Tank again. That's ridiculous, bro. Did you know that Subriel was even
I
fighting?
mean, that's a Dimitri Salita problem. He's the one that signed him, and he's the one that gave him this date. He's the one that won a competition with Tank. If Matias' fight goes unnoticed and not talked about, it's the problem of the promoter for not knowing how to promote his fighter.
Yo, in the words of my boy Troy, that nigga Salita drunk. For real, for real. That nigga drunk for doing that, bro. Like, come on, man. I'm tired of them putting boxing fights on the same night, man. They need to stop doing that already, man. Get everybody on one network or some shit. I miss back in the day when it was just HBO with Showtime, and then you have, USA and ESPN for little smaller fights, you know what I mean? But they putting all these fights all over different apps, different networks. Is ridiculous, man. I'm not even gonna watch Subriel Matias behind this, and I want to watch him fight, but he's gonna be fighting probably on one of the undercards, and I'm gonna be watching them undercard fights, except for maybe the first fight. I don't really care for that one, but I want to see the Gary Antoine fight. I want to see Sandor and Puello, and then of course Tank. You know, that's crazy, man.
All right, man. Well, champ, that is the
You
bell.
may feel like it's your time,
We got bands on the
but it's not your
check-in.
time.
What it do?
Yo,
Yo.
all right, man. Thank you for having another show, man. We got Gervonta Tank, Lamont Roach, previews and prediction. I mean, I guess I don't know. Lamont might pull it off. You know, I mean, they got history. You know, I think amateurs or something or like Olympian or whatever it was. But yeah, man, Lamont knows Gervonta, man. Ain't nothing he can do. I mean, we already lost. Bet the money on Lamont and try to win your 27,000. Go ahead, bro. That's good. Hey, that's good money right there. That band is gonna win you some good money, man. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna move on. I don't know about the main event, but I'm gonna move on to the undercard. I definitely like that Garrett Antoine Russell is back. You know, I watched him in that Poyo fight. Yeah, it was a good fight, great fight. He did not win, obviously, and so they made the right decision. But it's good for him to come back into another fight, which he should. I know he's not the favorite, but he definitely might pull this off. I mean, if he doesn't, then Jose Venezuela definitely gonna get the Gervonta Tank fight. I think the winner of this fight might get Tank fight. Because I think Tank was like almost a champion with somebody. So I thought it was Richardson Hitchens, but he gonna fight T.O. So it may be Garrett Antoine Russell now that he gonna get that title, and then Tank will go at 140. You know what I'm saying? Start knocking on the door to get Devin Haney, get Shakur Stevenson to chase him up to 140, get his ass popped. Yeah, man. This shit ain't gonna stop, bro. This shit is not stopping, man. Tank is the greatest, bro. He's the greatest. Tank by knockout, third round. See y'all fuck niggas. Tankomania, however you want to say it. It's a show. I ain't even going to Brooklyn. I ain't even going to Brooklyn because I got to go somewhere else. I think I'm going to Portland or some shit like that. But not even this weekend, but like in 2 more weekends. But yeah, man. Thank you for another show, man. Tank gonna knock Lamont Roach ass out. Under 4, bro. Bet the money. All right, man.
Damn, under 4. I was actually checking it. He hasn't gotten a knockout that early in quite some time. I mean, Hugo Ruiz, Ricardo Nunez, Jesus Cuellar, those are the early stoppages. Anything other than that with a name would be Rolly in 6, Leo in 6, Liam Walsh in 3, but that's going back a very long time. The last caller, one of the previous callers, was correct. As of late, Tank's been getting knockouts after hump round, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Anything before that is very uncommon. So if you do believe he's going to get it done early, that's probably paying very well, as his MO seems to be later in the fight. Phone lines are open if you want to call in and voice your opinion. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button right here on youtube.com. Help the algorithm. This way we can get more viewers. Those viewers turn into new callers. Those callers turn into award winners here at the end of the year. We got Marlon Wilkins. He says $2. Kerr wants it in the U.S. DM'd it to you. So he's saying Shakur wants to fight in the U.S. Not sure he has a say-so. Not sure he has a say-so, right? This is a Tank fight, and he's probably the one in control. It's how we've always seen it, If you're looking to call in, Discord is available, and X Space is also available. oh man, you're gonna have to clip that bag footage from the video, bro. I can't find it. I would have been sent it to you. You know I seen your message. I'm not leaving you on red. I just can't find it. So either the dude got to DM me and bump it to the top, or you got to go back to the live when I first showed it to you and just screen record. Ain't nothing you gonna learn in that bag footage in 2 days, though. So you might as well stop worrying about that and just get some runs and make sure that stamina right so you can throw punches. Jaywalk, $2, 100% Ness. That Rayo fight is a setup. Of course it is. Everybody and their mama know the Gary Russells have been Al Heyman boys all their life, and now we watching it, play out in front of us. Puello should be moving on with some sort of hometown fight. You know, they never take a Dominican to their hometown. They never take a Dominican to New York City. They never consider taking a Dominican to Massachusetts or Providence. You know what I mean? We win titles and they just want to take them from us. They don't have no plans, no business plans for the Dominicans. You know, we not meant to win or keep whatever we won. You know, we some sort of placeholders in boxing, and I get it. I get it. But the minute that he beat your guy, things should have changed, and I don't believe that they have, and that's what I see as truly unfair. But again, phone lines are open. We got the pull-out bandit, $5. The fight was 6 years ago. Why not base his skills off something more recent? And he's talking about the Lamont Roach fight. But again, if you go to Roach's resume, he wants you to base it off something more recent, yet that was the last name Lamont fought. What other name has he fought since then? He lost to Heron. Let me just screen share this so we could do it together here. Because, you know, that's a Roach fan getting mad. Oh, well, why are you going so far back? Well, okay. He stepped up to Heron and lost, right? Next guy, not Heron level. 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 Next guy, on Heron's level, maybe. Next guy, not Heron's level. So, like, you know, why are people getting upset that we're going back to watch the one fight that he lost with the one opponent that was on his level? You know, nobody's disrespecting Roach. We just got to do our research. And based off that fight, Heron was a southpaw, had a lot of success, doesn't have the power punching ability of Tank, and had kept Lamont Roach on the back foot with the back foot mentality. So what do you think a bigger puncher in Tank is going to do? You know, picking Roach to lose is not a sign of disrespect. I don't get why we keep trying to make it like you can't say anything negative about Roach or you're hating. He's not beating Tank. No one's hating on him. We just believe in Tank's superior ability and punching power. Like, why do we got to make this so difficult? Why does it got to be, you know, you like him or dislike him? And why can't it just be based off skill? CYP, what up?
What up? What up?
We copy. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. When the champ talks, y'all listen. Hey, y'all should have known when somebody said Al Heyman don't like Latin. See why people's gonna say something. So now it's Dominicans. Okay, if it's Dominicans, you could be mad. But to say Latins is the most insane shit I ever heard. Latins, as many title shots as fucking Danny Garcia got after losing, as Leo naming kids after Al. Like making Latins rich and fucking get like. If Al don't like Latins, I want y'all not to like me. I want y'all not to like me if Al don't. We're gonna go to CYP training, order y'all some shirts. CYP training cash app. Treat me like Al treat Latins because that shit crazy to me. I looked it up. I was like, damn, he got another one, another title, another one, another one. Damn, damn, damn. Whatever. But you know, I ain't really going on that. But when it comes to the Lamont Roach shit, right? I find it crazy. I always talking about don't throw nobody away off of one loss. But it seems like when it comes to Lamont Roach, you want to keep talking about that one loss. And that loss was a long ass time ago. Fuck the fact that he went undefeated since then. Fuck that. Fuck all that. Let's talk about the one loss. But then tomorrow you don't want to throw nobody away off of one loss. But today, let's talk about that one loss and why he ain't got a fucking shot. The nigga ain't got a shot because it's Tank Davis. Like Shakur Stevenson can't beat Tank Davis either. Devin can't beat Tank Davis either. It ain't about if you could beat Tank or not. But the shit on a nigga because of his one loss is crazy business when we preach don't throw a nigga away over one loss. Some of y'all don't make no fucking sense. Y'all just be fucking talking because you don't realize what you said yesterday. You forget. You fucking forget. And I'm here to remind your ass. The Grim Reaper comes downstairs to remind you niggas. Those cookies got too many calories. Put them down, fat boy. Stop repeating what you said you was against yesterday. We're either gonna throw them away or we're not gonna throw them away. Because I can tell you right now, 96% of the people that fight Canelo ain't got a chance of beating him. But you're still gonna watch. He gotta fight somebody. Okay? Tank is that guy, whether you like it or fucking not. In my opinion, he's the best fighter from 130 to 135 to 140. He's the best, period, out of all three of them weight classes. That's why every single pound for pound list, he's on, whether you bitches like it or not. Y'all some weird ass niggas. Y'all think your opinion matters when it doesn't. It never does. He's pound for pound on all the major lists that put pound for pound boxes, but for some reason, y'all know fucking so much better. You day job having motherfuckers know more than niggas who actually their day job is boxing. We're not listening to you. We don't get our advice from you. Keep hating, playing the same old fucking song on rewind every day on this fucking show. It's the same old song on rewind. This nigga Al don't like, all of a sudden we don't like Latins because we want to see him in hard fights. But y'all want to see Tank fight T.O., Devin, Shakur, Ryan, all back to back. Does that make you a racist? When you want to see
Can I
Tank
get a
Davis
question
back to
off?
back to back to back. Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but you only got 5 seconds, so I
Yes.
wanted to
You
make
may
sure you
feel
hear
like
me
it's your
before
time.
you leave.
Of
So,
course,
It's your
of
time.
course. You got all day, baby.
you
You got all
said
day.
well, basically you saying, well, then, if I'm saying he don't like Latins, then he don't like whatever race you said. But show me when Tank fought the level of opposition of Alberto Puello, and then he fought the level of opposition of Rayo back to back. 2 champions. Have we ever seen that in Tank's resume? The answer is no. The answer
What do
is
you
no.
mean
You
two
don't have to
champions?
waste your
What
time.
do you mean two? What do you mean two champions? Because you don't count bringing niggas up as champions. You don't count them niggas, right? You don't count
Well,
them?
we're talking about in the division. But if you want to count
Okay, I
those,
thought so. I
if you
thought
want to,
so. I thought
if you want to count those, if you want to count those,
so.
that's also fine because again, Tank's never been an underdog, right? Where
He's not supposed to be.
Rayo was an underdog to Gary Russell, right? And then Rayo was an underdog. Excuse me, Puello was an underdog to Gary Russell, and then uh Rayo was an underdog to Gary Russell. So Gary Russell's
You
getting
keep
2.
naming one person. You keep
Yes,
naming one
because that's
boxer,
who
though.
that's who my problem is with. That's where I'm basing my statement off. You don't like
Yes,
Latins because you're
yes.
giving Gary Russell multiple title
Say he likes
shots.
Gary Russell. Say he likes Gary Russell because you keep
No.
mentioning one guy.
No, if he liked Gary Russell, then his brother would have had the fight with Leo. So it's
Stop
very
saying brother.
selective.
Stop saying brother. I'm talking about the guy you just named. You named him 2 times.
Yes. And
You're
I'm
naming him.
saying if he would have liked Gary Antoine, he would have also liked Gary Russell.
No. There we go. You have a good day, my guy.
Yeah, no worries. Good day. But you know what you didn't do? You didn't give us an answer to where Tank's 2 tough opponents were. They not there. They just not there, you know. But that's what they do in the Rayo. Rayo had to fight as an underdog versus Pitbull and as an underdog versus Antoine Russell. You know, we could ignore it all we want. And then we want to talk about Danny. Okay, so Al was doing Danny a favor when he put him in a 7-1 underdog fight with Amir Khan? Or was he doing Amir Khan the favor? Or you telling me that Al had a crystal ball and he knew Danny Garcia with the wide left hook was going to catch Amir Khan? Yeah, I didn't think so. You know, we could lie all we want because Google don't tell us what we actually lived through. Chad, what up?
Hey, good morning, Ness. I'm just tuning in. I just wanted to speak on the topic, but first I want to say how great the interview was last night, man. I really enjoyed that interview with Gustavo. Um, I think earlier this week,
Thank you, brother.
somebody. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, look, someone earlier this week to complain about, not specifically to complain, but they said they didn't like the interviews you guys do, you know? And I think that's crazy. I mean, especially the last 6 months. Ness, you've been killing it bringing in the interviews. And I like when you bring in guys I've not heard of. And lesser known, whether it's lesser known pros or amateurs. I personally want to discover these people. And I've said it in the past, like, for anybody thinking about joining, like getting a membership with TBV, for me, that's where a lot of the value lies. Because even if the schedule is weak, I can count on you having good interviews and letting me ask questions. It's great. Anyway, as far as Tank and Roach, look, I'll say Roach. Look, Roach is a solid fighter, and I feel since he fought Herring, His resume's been he's fought decent, good opponents. The problem is he's gone life and death with most of them. So I mean, it's only reasonable to think that Tank will win. I mean, CYP is not wrong. Like a lot of these fans, they're more interested in being right and having their fighter win than they are about just watching a good fight and picking the logical conclusion. Like I think it's just logical to think that Tank will win. For Roach to win, Roach has great hands. He's got really good accuracy. He works up top, down low. He can fight inside. But to me, his greatest weakness against Tank will be his footwork. He has a lot of heart and intensity, and that works against him sometimes. He gets overexcited, loses his footing, and his balance. So, I mean, Tank is a shark when it comes to that stuff. He'll be looking to exploit that, just like he's done with a million other opponents that he's fought. But I also feel like it's boxing, so let's see where it goes. Maybe Tank hurts his hand halfway through the fight, like with Pitbull, and they end up going 12. You just don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm picking Tank to beat Roach for sure. However, steel sharpens steel, and I will expect Roach to come out of this loss stronger and better as a champion. So CYP again, like he's right. Like stop shitting on losses, you guys, man. Losses is what is a big part of what drives the sport and what drives athletes to get better. You know. Um. Anyway, that's all I got. Ness, thanks, man.
All right. Yeah, I think CYP is just touchy because Tank is his favorite fighter. So most Tank fans, they can't take any criticism coming Tank's way. Nobody is harping on the loss. It is fight week. It is previews and predictions. To not watch the fight where the fighter lost would just be irresponsible of any fight fan looking to make a prediction. I got Jerry Soriano, CYP's worst nightmare. Gotta unmute, hermano.
There's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing when El Moreno jumps in the ring. Ding, ding. 2024 Rookie of the Year. 2024 Most Entertainer Call of the Year. And 2024 Goal of the Year. Oh, damn, Rob, by Instagram. Feliz Thursday, TBV. I was just thinking about what you were saying. And I'm thinking you are absolutely wrong about our guy, Uncle Al. All you have to do is look at Fundura. Fundura was knocked unconscious, got up, Bambi-legged, and crawled his ass over to a fight against Zoo. Got lucky, elbowed his way to a damn championship like he was in an MMA match. So I think that dispels your theory about Al. And then, oh, wait a minute. Somebody get Dr. Google on the goddamn line. And then he put him up against, God damn, he tried to set him up against Spence. Somebody get Dr. Google on the line, Ness. You may have a point. Oh, damn. Fundora finally gets a chip, and then he puts him in against Spence. Dr. Google, please get on the line and explain to your fans how your good friend Uncle Al is such a motivational figure in boxing. But you know who he can't mess around with? You know who he can't mess around with? David Al Black Executioner Benavides. Let's go, Uncle Al. Get with Turkey and get the man what he deserves. Now say good night to the bad guy. This is Jerry Soriano. You'll end it for life. Let Tim Cook.
All right, Jerry. Salute. Mi hermano. We got a couple super chats we got to get to right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Let's activate the algorithm. Discord available. X Spaces also available. I'm dropping that link in the live chat, even though it's already pinned to the top. But for whatever reason, y'all never see it. But y'all don't see it, though. We got Why You Mad, Toya? $2. Ness thinks all his audience. Ness thinks for all his audience. CYP Alpha. I think from all my audience, I think for myself, if y'all choose to believe what I believe, then we just common minds. That's all. Why you mad, Toya? $2 more. Roach, he meant to say tumbled, maybe? Or, tumbled. Herring, because he definitely wrote stubbled in that fight. So maybe tumbled or what's that other shit when you kind of clumsy and you trip up? Word I'm looking for, but y'all get it. Not wobble, but I would say wobble. It wasn't really wasn't that like not a knockdown or something like that? I think Herring did it to Roach in that fight and it wasn't considered a knockdown, or Roach did it to Herring in that fight and it wasn't considered a knockdown, but it looked like one, meaning one of them did go down. Real since day one, $5. Ness, there's no way you're trying to tell us Isak and Gary is tougher than Frank and Ryan. Hell no. What? What? You must have forgot who Gary Antoine Russell was around these parts. You must have forgot that he was 17-0 with 17 KOs when good old Al put Puello in the fucking meat grinder. You must have forgot. I think he forgot, y'all. I think he forgot that man had 100% knockout ratio, didn't he? Wasn't he coming over like a Victor Postal knockout too? Come on, fam. Really though. Come on. Phone lines is open. Who we got? Bo Rogers. What up? Look at that straight left. Lord.
Dude,
He talking about
what up,
Roach.
fella?
Roach stumbled Herring. What about Herring in round 8? About 20 seconds before the end of the round with the straight left that made Herring do the stanky leg. What up? I mean, not Herring, but
Hey,
Roach.
Roach a bad motherfucker, man. Y'all keep sleeping on him. He
Oh, he
gonna take the
bad?
10 cup.
Oh, he bad? What's his biggest win since he's so bad?
I'm just saying, the
Is he going to
mother
beat Tank? Is he going to beat Tank because he's so bad? Is he going to beat Tank?
He did.
Is
He
he going to
did
beat
good
Tank?
against Hector.
Is he
He
going to
took the
beat
belt
Tank?
from Hector.
Is he going to beat Tank?
I put my money on him.
Okay.
I'm a Roach fan though. I'm a Roach fan. You know, like I've been watching him, so I'm a Roach fan. I like a dog. You know what I'm saying? He gets hit, he's fighting to watch because he get hit and he'll take chances to give his
So
shit
you
off.
saying
You
you
know what I'm
putting
saying?
your money on him? I just want to be clear here so the people know, because I could read
Yeah,
between
put my money
bullshit.
on him. Yeah,
I could read between
yeah,
bullshit. You putting
put my money on him.
a little
Yeah,
I'm
because
wishing bet,
if I put $100 on him on my bookie, I got a chance to win $1,500. Why wouldn't I do this?
but you still picking who?
But but I'm picking Roach.
Oh, but you're not picking Tank.
I don't think Tank unbeatable. I
Mm,
don't think Tank unbeatable. I think it's a 50-50 fight. So
okay.
y'all look at Tank like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look at him like he unbeatable and shit. I don't see Floyd Mayweather. I see a good guy who's exciting to watch fight. That's what I like to see. I don't care to see a motherfucking chess match that's boring. I want to see some good shit. But this is what I really want to talk about. Antoine Russell and Rayo. It sounds like to me you don't believe in Rayo. See, I don't want to see a boring fight,
Hey,
and I don't
player.
want to see
Hey,
somebody.
player. Hey,
You
player.
want to put him in there and let him fight. You hold up, Ness. You want to put him in there with an easy touch, evidently. But we want to see if this is a good momentum. He just beat the people he beat. We need to go ahead and keep watching him more. because we not sure about who he is. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with putting the two best guys in there. We don't care about
Just take
seeing
his
some guy
belt,
from
man.
across
Just take his
the
belt.
world.
Just take his belt, man.
Why?
Just take his
Why?
belt, man. That's
He
what y'all
might be
trying to
there,
do.
Antoine.
That's what y'all trying to
He
do.
might be there,
That's what y'all
Antoine.
trying to do.
He might be there, Antoine. He just lost.
Take his belt,
Antoine
man.
just
Take his
lost, didn't he?
belt, man. Take his belt.
I
Take his
think they
belt.
looking out for him. They
Take his
looking out
belt,
for him
man.
by giving him Antoine.
Looking
Antoine
out.
just lost. We just sued.
Damn. That's
Antoine
how we
just
look
lost,
out.
didn't it?
That's how we
They
look
coming
out.
off of a loss.
That's how we look
So
out.
you feel like hold up. So you feel like coming off of a loss
No,
that
I feel
Antoine's
like
still the favorite?
you pushing your
You
darling
no,
fighter
I
on
no,
the public
think
is whack.
I want to see a good fight. What's wrong with a good fight, man?
Man, how the
What's
fuck is
wrong with
that
a
a
good
good
fight?
fight? What about the people waiting
So
in
you don't
line?
think that's a good
How is a
fight?
dude skipping the line a good fight?
Who waiting in line?
What?
Who was up next?
What?
Who
Devin
was up
Haney
next?
number one for
Who
starters.
Devin don't want to fight. He looking for old guys that's looking bad
You
they
don't
damn
know. You
self.
don't know.
He should have.
You don't
He
know.
wouldn't have been able to get him in there with Antoine. Where you
You
fighting,
right.
you wouldn't have been able
You
to get him
right.
in there
You
with
right. Cause
Antoine
he got
Russell
a fight
because y'all
already.
scared.
He got a fight already. He
Devin
got a fight
trying to
already.
fight guys who coming off. Devin ain't taking no fight unless the dude
How
running up and
Gary
getting his
Antoine
ass.
Russell skipped Kenny Sims? How he skipped Andy Hidikoa? How? 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 Because
Cause them dudes trying.
Hidioka just beat fucking Barroso, right? What the fuck has
He
Antoine
don't want to.
done? What has he done to get 2 back-to-back title shots? Cut
All
the
right,
shit,
okay.
man. Cut the
So
shit.
so
All this
so look,
biasness.
if we
Y'all
just
so
lost,
weird with this shit.
if we lost the better be, if we lost the better be, should they got a rematch?
My man,
Didn't he lose? Hold up, didn't he lose?
Antoine was getting a
He
title
lost.
shot coming off a Kent Cruz win. I mean, it was always nasty work. I don't know if you've been following, dog. I don't
But
know if you've been
I don't
following.
understand what you sound like. You scared though. You sound like you scared for Rayo. I
Scared
thought
of
Rayo was
what?
the favorite.
No, I'm
He the
calling out
champion, ain't he?
bullshit. I'm calling out bullshit.
Who was the favorite?
I'm calling
Who was
out the
the? I think
bullshit.
they looking out for. You just got to fight Pitbull, and then you get in the fight at Gary Antoine Russell. That's a hell of a goddamn lineup. That's goddamn big fights that's gonna put you on the map. Why wouldn't you want
No,
that?
no, you right. You
These
right.
guys got a
Why
these
wouldn't
guys
they?
with names.
Why wouldn't they give him the treatment that they gave Pitbull?
But
You know what I mean? Why won't they give Rayo the treatment they gave Pitbull?
Pitbull had the goddamn fight. He fought Tank. He lost.
Oh, and what about
Then he just
after?
lost to
What
Rayo.
about after he lost the tank?
So who was they looking out for when they put Rayo
What
in?
about after he lost the tank? Did they look out for Pitbull with Yorokas Gamboa?
Yeah, they put him in there with Rolling. They
Uh,
put him in there with Rolling.
no. Did they look out for Pitbull when they put him in with Gamboa?
Yeah,
Did they look out?
yeah. You put him in there.
Did they look out for Pitbull when they put him in there with Eduardo Ramirez?
And see, I didn't know who that dude was, so I'm gonna say he did.
All
I
right,
didn't know who
all
the fuck
right.
he was.
So did they look out?
Pitbull,
Did they look out
Pitbull
for
had made. That's what
Pitbull?
I'm telling you.
Did they
I don't
look
want to see
out?
them keep
Did
putting
they
him in there.
look out for Pitbull when they put him
You
in
looking
there?
out when you put a guy in there with a name.
Did they put him in
Like
there on the
we
Earl
know
Spence
we know
undercard?
Rayo.
Did they look
We
out?
know Rayo's
Did they
opponent. We didn't
look
know Shakur's
out?
opponent.
Did they
We didn't
look
know who Shakur was
out?
just fighting.
Did they
We didn't know
look
him.
out when they put him in there on the Earl Spence
See, I told
undercard
you the
versus
other day.
Giovanni
See, I said
Cabrera?
when I called.
Oh, he don't
Listen,
want
when
to
I called
answer.
the other day.
I gotta go, man. I
Hold
got
up. When I
trees
called
there,
you the
man.
other
I
day.
got trees there.
When I called you.
Gotta go, man. Y'all in denial, man. They looked out for him with Ramirez. They looked out for him with Cabrera, except Nesta Gibbs told you Cabrera would beat him, and we all watched Cabrera get robbed on Top Rank. I mean, on that pay-per-view. Cool. They throw him in there with Rolly, who's never, you know, outside of the Yigit fight, which was still a dirty fight, never demonstrated that he's on this level. You know? And then they threw him in there with Rayo, who had already been knocked out by De Los Santos. So they was expecting him to get the knockout over Rayo. But even after he loses the Rayo, they put him in there with Fierro. Yes, that fight produced a Fight of the Year candidate, but we all know Fierro has no power. We all know it's just Isak is so limited, and the fucking the wool is being pulled from over your eyes now. Now you can see clearly what I've been telling you. But they was looking out for him. They ain't looking out for no Rayo. They ain't looking out for no Rayo. And they looking out for Gary Antoine Russell. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. How does he jump everybody in the WBA rankings coming off a loss? None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense, but somehow y'all trying to make it make sense. Treese, what up?
Yow.
Yep.
What up, though? What up, though? Hey, man. Say, man. I'm with you, Ness. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, my man getting the Gary Antoine Russell getting the second title shot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it. But I think he gonna lose, though. I think Ryo fuck around and beat him. In all sincerity. I like
It
Ryo, man.
still don't matter. It's just that dudes wait all their life for these opportunities, bro. And you skipping a dude 2 times. Like, he got the first one off of beating Kent Cruz.
But let me ask
The
you something.
fuck?
Was it like one of these situations where was he on some David Benavidez shit? Like, like he fuck around was ranked #1 in the sanctioning body, another sanctioning body or some shit like that. I don't know how that shit work. You feel me? That's politics. I don't really give a
Man,
fuck.
I
I
mean,
care
this
about
this is
violence and shit.
I couldn't tell
I
you
don't
how
know
this
nothing.
work. This is
Cause I ain't
politics.
know if you know how motherfuckers, it's like the Floyd Schofield, like he had a title shot line with Shakur, you feel me, and then say he had a loss, maybe he was still ranked high in the WBA, he would have got his title shot with Tank or some shit like that still, you feel me? It's just shit like that's politics though. Like I say, I don't know shit about that. I care about violence and good fights and high quality action, you feel me? And that's what I think we gonna get with the Ryu and Gary Antoine Russell, though. I'm not gonna hold you up. I'm picking Ryu though. I think he gonna beat him. I've seen him do things differently. You feel me? I seen some footwork from Gang that I was like, oh shit, I didn't know Ryo could do that. And when you make me lift my eyebrows when I'm watching you, feel me? I look at you in different light. I like you, Gang. I'm into what are you doing. I expect that to be a good fight. Hey, my man, Jared Hurd on that card too. Who the fuck is he fighting? And why the
Who?
fuck is he fighting? Jared, hey, who the fuck is the end of the fourth fight in like 4 fights, right?
Who you said?
Jared Hurd.
Oh shit. Yo, I swear to God, I literally pulled up a soundbite thinking you were saying Jared Anderson. Yeah, Jared Hurd is
No,
fighting.
look, don't do. Look, he was ready for some bullshit.
Yeah, I
Don't
was
do it.
about to play it
Don't
too.
do. Don't do it. He was ready. He was
Nah,
ready
nah, nah,
for it.
nah. But he's fighting. Yeah, Jared Hurd is fighting Jonathan Gonzalez, the dude that was on Pro Box. He's like a
Okay, okay,
Colombian. He's an adorable dude, but he's nothing crazy.
okay. I don't know why the fuck Hurd fighting. I ain't like that fight that he had with Banana on the last go round. But I don't know. Maybe that'd be a guy. Fuck it, I'm picking Hurd just because maybe he done learned something off the fight. Hopefully he watched it back and realized you gotta actually let your hands go, gang. A jab ain't gonna win you the fight. But my man, I'm happy to see Sandor Martin getting that Puello fight. Actually, I'm not going bullshit. I feel like Sandor
Yeah, I'm
Martin.
happy. I'm happy he getting his title shot. He
Yeah,
deserves it. He was waiting. Devin didn't fight him. It's only right. At least
he got it
that's
like
being
he got
done
a
right.
Barboza feel to me. Like he got it like how I feel like Barboza type. Like they've been waiting for that shit for a while. And like that shit
I
is.
mean,
I'm happy
he
to see
he
him
ain't
getting that.
he ain't getting lucky over Puello, man.
No, I
I
don't think
keep
so
giving
either.
y'all.
You
Wait,
funny
wait,
because
slow
I
down.
don't
This
think
your
so
time.
either. I got Puello. You funny as
Wait,
I
fuck.
wait.
I
keep
think
giving
Puello
people
gonna beat
free
him too.
betting advice, man. I watch Puello with some bad names in that top ranked gym. You know,
Oh, word.
uh, all he got to do is let it come out. Let the real him come out. I know since then he's transferred to Solace. I don't know who he's training with now. I know, when I first got out here, I'm out here 3 years now. So when I first got out here, he was always sparring in top rank. And then, as I've been living out here, he transitioned to Solace. I haven't even seen him out here. I swear, in a minute. But I've been stopped going to the gym. I feel like I think ever since Danny stopped doing the show, I probably stopped going to the gym for real. Like,
Then
like,
if he was with Sol, damn. So hold on. If he was with Silas, was he in there with Rolly? Wasn't Rolly with him too for a minute?
nah, Rolly was with Bullet and now he's with Silas. Now
Oh,
he's
okay,
with Silas.
okay.
Remember after he left Bullet, he went to Casa Mayor, the Cuban trainer. So I guess him, and he's Cuban. His father's real Cuban. His father
I
swam
mean,
over
yeah,
here. So they
yeah.
always had a Cuban in the corner, and they went back to Salas because he used to be with Salas in the past too. You know, it's Vegas. These dudes bounce around. I mean, look at Adames. He had Salas, then he had Santos. Now he back at Salas.
Okay, it all makes sense. Well, shit. Well, okay,
Let
now,
me get
yeah, like
to
you said,
some
though, I like.
callers though. I got a few people here, or
Well,
else I'd have left you on.
for sure. Shout out TBV. Shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. We gonna get Albert Bell in the mix. Shout out to the
Hey yo,
president
hey
last
yo,
night.
hey yo,
But
hey
we gonna
yo,
get him.
no.
Here he go.
Why you even remind me of that?
Here he go. Hey, I
Why
thought you
you
had
even
callers, gang.
what
Hey,
no,
I gotta go.
no,
I gotta
no,
go. I
no,
gotta go.
no. Wait, but you see what I told you? It was the opposition, and that's what he said, bruh. Yo, you gotta clip that so we can send it to Vic, man. Vic, and listen, I'm not knocking Vic. I wish I was in Vic position where you got the balls to kick out that type of money. Because if I go through the names, yeah, they not ranked, but some of them names we know, which means they cost that man Vic Green money to bring to Toledo, Ohio, to have Albert Bell face them. But if they not ranked, then you just essentially losing money because you investing in your fighter, you paying your fighter with no real sense of return. Because if he's not moving in them rankings, you not inching closer to that title fight, that money fight. Then what are we doing? Literally, what are we doing? Listen, it is time to do a co-promotion. After what we heard last night, it is time to do a co-promotion. He has to do a co-promotion. He can't do it on his own. And I'm not trying to kick your back in, bro. Again, I wish I was you, Vic. I wish I had the balls to pay for that many fights for a fighter. I wish I had a fighter that's that known, that skilled. You are a few fights away from it all paying off. But you might as well just co-promote, man. So, I mean, not even because he's a manager. Vic is a manager, man. You got to give him to somebody. He got to go with Eddie. He got to get with PBC. He got to go to Pro Box. I don't say Top Rank because they let him go. They released him. He needs something, bro. I mean, he going to have to take a chance. He got to take a fight at 35 with a name on Pro Box that's a puncher or on any of these networks that's a puncher because his style height, he puts everyone at a disadvantage and it's not guaranteed to be a fun fight in the eyes of the executives and promoters, right? Like we know his last 3 might have been knockout, but they looking at it like, man, when the shit gets tough, he's gonna box and move. He needs to be in there with a puncher. I wouldn't say Cruz, and I mean Esop because he would box the shit out of Cruz, and it would be all bad for Cruz. They never gonna make that fight. Schofield fight would be amazing, but I don't think Golden Boy's ever gonna make that fight. He needs to probably consider signing a Golden Boy to try to get a name like that. Same thing with Matchroom. Are they gonna give him this Andy Cruz fight? Andy's short, man. Do they really want them Albert Bell problems? He gonna have to take a man, maybe the Lucas body fight. That's a puncher, but I don't think the body that's what I'm saying. If I'm a manager, I'm not putting if I'm working with Phil LaGreco and Lucas body, I'm saying no. I'm saying no. I'm not fighting a 6'2 fighter with like an 80-inch reach. No. The answer is no for me. So I don't know what team is going to be on the other side of that contract and say yes. I can't even see anyone on these rent. Like I've been looking at my computer trying to find a desperate name at 35, but the only desperate name I'm coming across is Bell. Like Abdullah doesn't need to fight Bell. Maxie Hughes don't even need to fight Bell. Angel Fierro just had a fight of the year candidate with Cruz. He probably rematching. He don't need Bell. Abdulayev is in an eliminator. He don't need Bell. Murataya's in a fight. He don't need Bell. Schofield obviously do not need Bell. Cruz with Matchroom, he don't need Bell. Like, who the fuck needs Bell? He got to, and I can't see a tough name that needs him that'll get him on the map, meaning, fuck it, he goes in there and he fights this Ajit Kabayal type of fighter in his division and he's going to get a shot because he proved to the fans, like, Gabriel Flores ain't fighting Albert Bell. I don't see no name on here that's going to be like, yeah. And let me go look. In the top 10 of the ring, none of them dudes besides Tevin Farmer taking that fight. And Farmer don't need that fight. He got a Zepeda fight. Nobody in that top 10. Why would Keyshawn give him a title shot voluntarily? Like, why? Why am I taking? Maybe because I always spar my brother Kelvin and Kean, and they 6 feet, so it's easy work. That's the only thing I could think of. But like, I don't see nobody in this top 10 Ring Magazine that would give him a shot. Like, why? You need a dude that's trying to make a name for himself and needs Albert's name. Cordina's not giving him a shot. Maybe they could get Artem to fight him. Artem's lost back to back. That's a good name. I want to see this kid since he popped up on everybody's radar once Shakur was about to pull out. Excuse me, I said that so wrong. Once Schofield pulled out on the Shakur fight, Jadir Herrera, a Cuban living, I'm thinking Germany, and a puncher, his name was brought up a lot. And he almost allegedly had the core fight. I believe it was all marketing. He was never getting it. You know, who's going to take a puncher? Again, if I'm on Shakur's team and I'm with James Prince, we are not taking a puncher on 3 days' notice that we never seen, watch tape of, got ready for. It's a dumb move. But Jadir made a name for himself because he was willing to step in and allegedly close to stepping in, because I think he lives in Dubai, actually, and that was the linkage. Anyway, him and Albert Bell. That'll put both of them on the map. And Jadir Herrera is number 8 in the WBC. Albert Bell is in the WBO. I thought I seen him yesterday when I was interviewing the president, but I don't even see him now. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't see him there. But hey, he needs that fight. And I can't think of anything else. I mean, if you want to call in and give me some recommendations on who Bell should fight, please do. Discord available. X Space is available for anybody that wants to call in and voice their opinion. Once again, Discord available. X Space is available if you want to call in, voice your opinion. We got C Dub. What up? You back from Sosua, my man?
Yo, out of audio.
Straight. Did you decide to stay there?
Almost.
Mm.
Almost. We back. I'm back in America, man. America.
How often do
I'm
you
back in
go?
America. No, I just went this time.
That was your first?
I haven't. I think no. I've been to the DR on the cruise, I believe.
Okay.
I've been to Haiti, Labadee, Haiti. You know, I've been all through the Caribbean. You know, the earth is my turf.
That's what's
You know what
up.
I'm saying? But yeah, that was my first time having a staycation in the DR. You know, so hopefully I do it again. You know, it was a great time. And like you said, that sand is so fine, man. That was the first time I ever was washing sand on my hair for 5 days or 3 days. Like for 3 days, the sand never stopped
Yo, I
coming
heard
off,
there's
bro.
construction though. Was there a lot of construction on the beach?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
no.
So they
It's
finished.
they do got the tractors and shit on like the main roads because we was like held up in traffic for like an hour
Mm.
because a tractor was on the road and shit. But yeah, man, it wasn't too bad, man. You know, because we wasn't on the road; we was at the beach. You know, we was on the strip and shit. So
You stood at a
it
resort
was
or a
fun time.
hotel?
It was something
B&B?
like a combination of both, because it was a hotel, but we was in the gated part.
Okay.
So, but I don't think it was a resort. I don't think it was a resort. But I'm not sure. It could have been a resort. You know. But we
Word.
was close to I can't tell you the name of the place we was close to. You know, Ocean Village. We was in Ocean Village.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Salute,
So
man. Salute. That's what's up.
yeah, I'm back alive, man. And quick story, man. We got to walking looking for some churros. A dude had asked us where we was from because we came out like 10 minutes past the beach. We came out into a neighborhood, burglar bars and shit on every window, on every door. We like,
Hell
man, I don't think
yeah.
we supposed to
That's
be.
that yo, even in the richest cities though, like even in gated communities, people still have bars on the windows, electric gates, cameras, like I mean, it's a third world country, you know. Not
Right, right.
and it's such a difference in salaries. Like I literally just
Yeah.
did the research yesterday.
They making
The
like $2
average
an hour or
the
some shit like
average
that.
Dominican, the average Dominican makes $320 for 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So we came out on a like if you walk down the popular beach, like 10 minutes down, all the way down past all the shops and shit. You keep going. Dude said, "Where y'all from?" I said, "Alabama." He said, what y'all doing down here, man? It's dangerous." I said, "Man, that's what I've been telling this fool I've been walking with." But we made it. You know, we back. You know, and guess what? We back just in time. Roll out. The roll out week. You hear me? Get down and lay down. Amazon Prime. You know, this is a good time to go to the bar. Another quick story. We was in the night. I was in the night spot. Shout out JB, Jay Benitez. Shout out J Mac. Was in a night spot talking to some females, man. And one of the females I had asked because they asked how we know each other. We said through boxing. I just asked her, hey, do you know who Bud is? She said, who? I said, okay. I said, do you know who Tank is? She said, Gervonta Davis.
Well,
This is
in
one where you
DR,
want to. This,
you
nah,
I was
nah,
about to
nah.
say you capping.
This was in the A. This was in the A. So boom. I was like, shit, yeah, man. So she knew the government. Who Gervonta Davis? So this is one of the ones where you want to go to your Twin Peaks. This is one of the ones where you want to go to the bar. You hear me? You want to get out and about because they're going to be out and about for this fight, for this card. It's a great card. Tank and Roach. I don't think it's going to be an early knockout. Eighth, ninth round stoppage. They do know each other. The boxing, the boxing in the community, they've been saying like they be dropping little hints like, man, Roach may give Tank some problems. Roach may do this. Roach may do that. But the power will change your life. So we'll see. We'll see. I think he's going to sleep, but it could turn out to be a good fight. Gary and Rayo. I got Gary. I think that Rayo did have a good win at 140, but that was against a 135-pounder Cruz. We all know he should be at 135. He got the statue of he a great 135. He's small for the 140 division, and he going up against a pressure fighter and Gary. So we'll see, But I think I'm gonna take Gary in that fight. Sandor Martin and Puello. I heard the free advice. I noted that, because I know it's going decision. I knew that. I'm gonna get some free event. I'm gonna do get some free betting advice with you, man. The round's over if you want to not bet the decision. The better value is on the bet the round's over. There you go. But I hope you rewind the show if you want to hear that free. Who he said it was gonna win. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight. Let me see. Yoenis Tellis is going to be. It's depending on how good J Rock Chin gone. That's prime. That's a young lion. He's just outside of a prospect. He's a contender now. He is ranked in a few governing bodies and a couple of the governing bodies. So, and we did see that his power carry to the last round. He got a knockout in his last round. So, one of his fights, Yoenis Tellis. So, it just depends on how if J Rock Chin is gone, and that might be a great fight. That might be a great test for the young lion. You know. And I think it's one more fight I'm looking forward to the Gary Russell, the Puello. No, I think that's it. I'm looking forward to the young prospect, Gio. Yeah, Gio. I'm looking forward to seeing him. It's gonna be my first time seeing what he could do on the stage, and seeing, just what the PBC prospect got to offer, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis, Roach, We know it's gonna be big time. We hoping that after this fight, man, we see the Shakurs. But yeah, I couldn't call in yesterday. Boy, I tell you. First of all, we need to get Marco. I don't know what you're gonna do to get Marco to know justice. Hooney. I don't know, but we need to get that man into a hardcore boxing league or something, so he can
I
know
think
justice. Hooney.
slowly, him hanging with us is gonna
It's
eventually
gonna help. It's
convert
gonna
him
help.
over slowly because he's building an audience and he's going live and they're gonna demand it from him. That's the thing. He was
Yeah,
always a uploader, not a live,
yeah,
so he didn't really have a community to talk to in real time. Only comment section. So I think now he'll listen to his community there. I mean, who likes to talk to a dude about boxing that doesn't watch boxing?
man. I don't know. I expected it from Two Tone, but I was kind of surprised. I was very surprised that Marco didn't know who Hooney was. But yeah, man, we're not gonna get the Shakur fight, man. We just not. Shakur was supposed to come over. Ness is a great guy. Ness is a great spokesman. He great at what he do. He know it was Shakur fault. He know Shakur should have signed to PBC. He should have got down and laid down to get the fight, or put the
Hey,
pressure on them to get
I've
the
been
fight.
missing you on vacation, man, because I thought that narrative was dead when Canelo brought the zone fighters. I'm. Can you help me understand how it only works for Tank and people got to get down and lay down for Tank, but with Canelo he could
Boom,
just use their services? Please explain, because CYP tried to explain and he gave this weird reason about distribution. Um,
boom, boom.
boom.
Is the people that came over, were they like flagship fighters? Were they the big? Were
Fuck
they the
yeah,
golden? Were they the
Berlanga and
golden? Were they the golden?
Berlanga and Munguia are marquee names that are pay per view fights for Benavides and Berlanga. Like
Who got a bigger
Benavides,
pro? Do they got a bigger
Benavides
profile as Shakur,
does who?
Manguilla, or Belonga?
Do they have a bigger profile than Shakur?
Right.
That is debatable. I
Oh
I
man.
as an American boxing fan say no. But a Puerto Rican boxing fan could say yes, Berlanga's bigger, just like a Mexican boxing fan could say yes, Munguia's bigger than Shakur.
Are they more accomplished than Shakur?
No.
Okay. Olympian. You not that what I'm saying. There's got sometimes
Yeah,
I've been
but
kind of
what does that
ask you
got
to
to do with crossing the street? Like I'm
because I was about to get to it. I was about
yeah,
to get
no,
to it
because
because you
you
used to
take it
say this.
long.
You was about to say this real quick. You was about to say this. I mean, you used to say this. You used to be
What?
like, man, y'all boys must ain't had no business before.
Mm.
Y'all don't got no business acumen. How about you put yourself in their shoes? You got Shakur on your side of the street. Are you gonna send him over to PBC to get knocked out? And you just got him.
Yes.
You just got him.
Yes. It's the biggest fight. Look. Matchroom was with they signed Berlanga to a multi-fight deal. Berlanga just made it clear on this show that he's on the undercard, so he doesn't extend his contract. And what did Matchroom do? Send him to PBC to get knocked out. What did Berlanga do? Defy the odds. But yes, you can send them. That's not you're making money and you're getting your client his biggest fight. Like, what are we talking about? Yes,
Will he
send
accept?
Shakur.
Will he accept that low? Will he accept that offer though? That's 25%.
Now we
He
talking
already
about
turned down
offers.
25%
Now we
before.
talking about offers that we don't know. So we changing it. We changing the whole debate.
Just in case he won't. We know he's not going to accept the 25%. We know Eddie Hearn going to be
We
like,
don't know that.
I
He
could
could
get
have
you.
learned from
I could
those
get you eight.
mistakes. I learned from
Oh, okay,
my life lessons.
okay, okay. And we supposed to learn from what Eddie did for Andrade. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. How he couldn't get the Andrade the big one, and Andrade was on his side of the street with all the fighters, and he couldn't get Andrade the big one. You know you couldn't get Andrade the big one. You know you couldn't. But it's cool. He got Andrade. He kept him busy. He gonna keep Shakur busy. We know Tank is not about to go to the zone. We know that for a fact. So the only thing that could be possible is Shakur set up a low offer and fight off the platform and come over to get knocked out, which is just not gonna happen. But hey, let's keep hope alive, man. You know, keep hope alive. Shout out TBV, smash that like button, it's free. Do something with yourself. They got to get down and lay down, man. You know, roll out.
I just don't know why we still have this weird mentality about get down and lay down, especially with everything that Turkey Al Sheikh is doing and how we're having multiple cards with all different promoters on the card. Nobody got to get down and lay down. Everybody goes like the 1099 that they are. You know, they do their work and they all get paid. Like what? Why are we trying to go backwards? Why do you want to go backwards, bro? Like,
That's the get down part. That's the
nah,
get.
man.
You
You
know,
you you
lay down
just
is
want
very
to.
disrespectful.
You don't want to
The
move
get down is a
forward. We have evolved from that. We're in a
no. I'm
place
saying that's the
where
get down part. That's all. There's
I
no
mean,
disrespect
I
when I
hear you,
say get
chill.
down. I ain't one guy.
Yeah, I hear him. I guess I don't know. I just look at it like, why are we going backwards? We already in a place, right, where we moving away from pay per view numbers, right? Like we only talk about pay per view numbers for Tank and Canelo. No other numbers matter. So, like, are we about to start making them matter again? No. Let's get to a place where Tank numbers don't matter and neither do fucking Canelo's. Let's get away from that. Turkey is moving us away from that. The fight cards are so good that on Sunday and Monday morning, we not saying, well, how many bars it did, Ness? How many bars you think it did? No, we like, God damn, we talking about the fight and the action. And yes, unfortunately, we had to talk about the Hamza Shiraz robbery. But hey, every day ain't gonna rain. Phone lines are open if you want to call in. James in Atlanta, what it do?
Yo, what's up, Ness? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, shout out to C Dub, man. Yo, he's a character, man. He should be everybody's favorite caller, man, because he's so dedicated to the sport of boxing. You know that day when I was kicking with Dub, man, it was a good time, man. But I swear, man, like Ness, man, this has been one of them days when you probably would have been with one of your homies back in the day growing up, man. You would have just threw the towel in because, man, he was at the spot with me, man. He shot 0 for 6. You know, kept on trying to talk about boxing. And I even like with one little thing that he seemed like he was feeling and everything. I was like, man, see, you can go ahead and get it outside with you. He asked her what was up with that and everything. She threw a crazy number at him, bro. She said, man, it'll take 50K for me to go home with you. I'm like, damn, nigga, that's crazy.
I mean, she was talking Dominican. She wasn't talking about. Nah, she was certainly
Where,
talk.
where am I? No, 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 no. Ness. If he kicking to me, where you think?
I mean, you in Atlanta, but she probably just came off the boat and still talking in
Come on.
pesos.
Nah, nigga, nah. She was I'll say she was
Look,
like a 12, man,
50,000
but she was all
Dominican,
she was all black.
50,000
She was
Dominican
talking
is only
nigga.
$801.
Nigga, you know she was talking US dollars, man. Bruh.
I ain't even know
We
there
was in
was
Decatur,
women.
Georgia.
I ain't even know there
We
was
was in
women that
Decatur.
charge that much. That's insane.
That's the same. But you know, man, shout out to Dub though, man, for still trying to shoot a shot though, man.
That's
You know,
that's
but it
crazy,
just
honestly.
I mean, how's it
Is
how's it,
that
how's it
real?
crazy?
Like, are there no? It's like, are there real rich people that would pay
Yes,
50 stacks for some poontang pie?
probably. I believe so. I believe so.
That
I
don't
believe
make
there is.
sense. That don't make
I
sense.
mean, you know,
I mean,
we're in the
maybe
city of
maybe if
scam.
you're
We're in the
like
city of
dating this
scammers
girl, maybe if you're like dating her and you giving her 50,000 worth of, you know, travel, dinners,
over time.
over the year annually as a rich guy, but like 50,000 like
Mm-mm.
for one night I mean, that sounds wild.
I'm trying to tell you, man. But shout out to the PBC boys, man. Dub actually did try to put on.
Mm.
But yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. But also, Ness, man. Shout out to the WBO president that came onto the show, man. He just showed me he's full of shit as well. Cause like,
Hey yo, Tip said for 800. I don't even know what I just read because I could have sworn I read for 800. I better be getting pregnant by her, and I don't know how you gonna do that as a man. Uh, but he definitely said I better be getting. Oh, okay, you messed up. He said buy her pregnant
oh,
for
okay.
800. So maybe he want to
Oh, okay.
impregnate her for 800. But goddamn, that's a lot of money.
Man, how you read it first is funny though, man. I appreciate the laugh. But not. And shout out to Tip, man. But that WBO president was full of shit, though. I don't like what the sport of boxing is doing to Albert Bell. I'm kind of glad he left that sanctioned body,
No,
but it seemed
I
like
mean, I don't know that he left, but
I mean, he's next fight's gonna be with the WBA Continentals and shit.
oh,
I mean, for
okay,
the Continentals
okay, he's
Americas,
switching over.
you know. Yeah, he's switching over, but I don't know, man. Like, what's up with him? I would think that he would have switched over to the IBF because it's like they don't care who the fuck you fight.
That
Because
is
if
true.
you get up in the ranking, you get up there in the ranking, they're gonna force that championship. So it's like, what's the deal with the IBF? Is it something because they all charge similar sanction fees? So how does he not have a relationship with them because how his career been looking? I think for most fighters that are actually struggling, they should seek the IBF. And also, like with Gary Antoine, we know what it is, man. It's a PBC rollout, man. They trying to keep that contract with Amazon going. It's not like nobody would
But what
approve
does
of,
that mean? See, what does that mean? So you need a African American champion to keep the contract going? What the fuck does that mean?
black versus Mexican, man. That'll be a bigger draw than damn what Rayo fighting Nestor Bravo, who's ahead of Gary Antoine in the rankings. And then
So
they'll
so
say
this
why
is a
Nestor Bravo ain't get it.
voluntary. Obviously, this is a voluntary. Ain't nobody gonna tell me this is a
Oh,
mandatory when this man just coming off a loss, which means that he could have had a voluntary versus any African American if this is truly about the green print. It didn't
so he
have
could
to
have fought
be.
Kenny Sims. So he could have fought. I mean, he could have fought Kenny Sims. That's what you're telling me, right?
I mean, he could have
Who's higher in
he
the
could have
rankings?
fought Marquand Williams too, who's also black. Like if you trying to make it green print, he ain't got to fight Gary Antoine Russell coming off a loss and who is this darling, PBC Al Heyman fighter.
I mean, you think Mike Kwan's ready? You think Mike Kwan's ready for that?
I don't, but what I'm saying is that Jose Venezuela as an upset win deserves a rollout, not another
Mm.
tough fight. It's like you don't want him to keep his belt. It's like, damn, you didn't lose. Well, now you got to fucking fight Gary Antoine Russell. It's like, what?
But this is the shit that the fans want. They want these fighters to constantly be in their tough fights, man, so they can actually say that my fighter went through the
So,
gauntlet and
so, so
everything.
Frank was tough and Lamont is tough.
It was tough on the PBC side because they were on the PBC
So
roster.
Berlanga was tough and Jaime was tough.
I mean, you know how I feel about Belonga, man. So I'm definitely gonna
So
give everybody
Morel
credit.
with 10 fights and Vazdeck off a 3-year layoff was tough.
I mean, come on, bro. I mean, they both were champions, and I mean, you got to give
Anue's
Morel
last
credit.
2 bum ass fights that I can't even fucking remember. Those was tough
I don't,
too.
I don't give a shit about Inoue. That's just me keeping it real. I don't give a shit
I
about
mean,
Inoue.
I ain't hating on Bud. I
So
ain't
it is.
hating on Bud's greatness, but he didn't make Earl look tough, and neither was the Madrimov fight with an 8-4.
Nigga, that shit was not 8-4 in this. That shit was not 8-4. That nigga argue that. All right, Ness, you got it, man. You got it, Ness. It's too early for the shit. You got it. Anyways, man, Ness, I'm gonna let you go ahead and keep this show going and everything, man. But we just see the bullshit in these sanctioned bodies. So y'all fighters that are struggling to move up in the rankings, man, holla at the IBF. Ness, or the IBO, just so
Shout
we get a
out
fucking belt
Fahim,
at least.
man. It's been a minute. He said it. He said it right there, quote unquote. AB said it the best. PBC wants you to fight Godzilla.
That's what it's looking like.
Except if your
But
name Tank, you don't gotta fight Godzilla.
it used to be like that for Wilder too, but nobody had a problem with it.
Nah, Wilder
But
never
again,
had to fight Godzilla. He was trying
never,
to fight
never.
Godzilla. That's why we loved Wilder. He wanted Godzilla.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Bro,
Tell me
come
a
on,
top
man. He
five opponent
always
he beat.
wanted them fights. Get out of here. Stop hating, bro.
All right, bro. I ain't gonna start that shit. Ness, again, shout out to you, shout out to the community, man. I'll catch you later, Ness.
All right. Okay. This is like a creative way of saying Isaiah. Isaiah. Isaiah.
Yo, yeah, it's just Isaiah. What's going on, man? First time
That's
caller.
creative as fuck. I've never seen that.
Yeah, yeah, it's just I say like for the girls.
Oh, so this is not your real name.
No, yeah, it's my name, but I just figured I'd put it like that. It
Okay.
just sounded better.
Okay. Okay.
What's going on,
I'm
man? How you
old,
doing?
man. I'm old. I don't be knowing y'all new lingos and stuff. But go ahead, champ. Appreciate you.
What's going on, man? I just wanted to come up here and talk about like the predictions, the people who I got for that card. I really only care for probably about 4 of those fights, and it's just the Ioannis, Tellis, and Julian. I don't really give a fuck about the other 2. But I think Ioannis is gonna win. I don't know by knockout. His last one, like that dude said, he got the knockout in the 12th round. I don't think he's gonna be able to pull it off. I think it goes to decision. Then I
Really?
got Puello.
Whoa. Versus
Yeah, I
Williams.
don't. Well, I don't know. We gotta. I mean, yeah, he's alright. He's not that
No, I'm
good.
I'm not trying to make you second guess. I just want you to elaborate why you think Williams and Tellis will go 12 rounds.
I don't know. I guess based off I mean, he's tough. Ioannis is tough, and I like him a lot. I like him a lot. I don't know. I think Williams. He's like, I don't want to say he's a vet. He does have 4 losses,
Nah, he's
but
certainly
I
a
feel like,
vet. Certainly a vet, former unified champ, slick boxer.
and he's tough. Yeah, he's tough. So I don't think he's gonna lay down unless Ioannis pulls something out his book early.
Hmm.
So I got, but I mean, I still got Ioannis winning 100%, and then I got Puello winning. I do want to see Gary get that get back for sure. If he and I do want to see him beat Ryo, but Ryo's good. Ryo's good. The way he beat Pitbull, it was different. He boxed Pitbull, and Pitbull's a pressure fighter, and Gary is a pressure fighter.
Yeah, no. I'm with you, man. I'm riding with Rayo. There's no doubt there. We picked him
He's
in.
good,
We picked
man.
him. We picked him to beat, Isak when he was an underdog, and we gonna keep
Oh,
riding with him. I've been
and he
watching.
did good.
He did do good, very good, better than expected too. He boxed a lot better than I thought, and watching him train on the episodes that he's been putting out, I
He
just
looks
like what
good,
I
man. He
see.
looks sharp.
Yeah, me too. I like what I see, bro. I like what I see from him.
I
Different mindset too. He's got a champion mindset now.
He does. I do like him being with I think he's with Robert Garcia now. So I do like him being with Robert Garcia. I feel like him being around other more champions. I don't want to say Benavidez Senior doesn't have champions. I mean, aside from his son and then his oldest being there around him. But I do like Robert Garcia. I watch a lot of his videos, and I do like some of his like upcoming fighters. And he got trainer of the year.
No, that's
I
a
think he got
world
it last year.
class. That is a world class trainer. Shout out to Robert.
Oh yeah,
He's a
100%.
world class trainer, former champion. I think he
You may
lost to
feel like it's your time,
Mayweather or
Yeah,
but
he
it's
did.
not your time.
yeah,
Yeah, he
and
did.
then his father. It's pedigree. It's him, his father, Mikey. That gym has
It's
the
stacked,
knowledge.
loaded,
It has the knowledge
loaded.
to teach all those kids, and I love that Big G has his chair there, and it's always roped off with the VIP rope, and he's always there to talk to the guys, and it's a
Yeah,
big
and
team. They
he's
got a
there
big
for him.
team. Yeah, no, that's a great team. I'm actually about to text Robert because he's a morning guy.
Yeah, to me, he's one of my favorite trainers. I mean, I'm Hispanic. I'm Hispanic and white. So I mean, I'm Mexican. I grew up in Chelsea in NYC. So for me, he's like a idol to me. But I got from that fight, I do want Gary to win, but then I want Ryo, so I'll go more for Ryo because I feel like if if Ryo wins and Puello wins, he might defend one more time and then maybe give Gary that rematch. And I did like that first rematch. It was good. But I do got Tank winning though. I don't know by what round. I feel like for me personally, I like Tank. I don't think he's gonna knock out Roach right away. I mean, he's been off for what, about a year, so he more than likely definitely is probably gonna get some rounds in just to familiarize himself. So I think that's what he does. I think that's what he likes to do, especially when he has these long layoffs. I think he likes to go ahead and just I think he's gonna get some rounds off for sure. But I did see he got
What round you saying?
a
What round
different
you saying it goes
strength.
to?
What's up?
What round you saying it goes to?
No, I don't know what round it goes to, but I'm thinking it's gonna probably go late. He might get him out there at 11, 10.
Well, all right, champ. That was the bell. Let me get to some other people. I do appreciate you calling in, man. Keep calling in, man. Great call. Great call. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. I got a fat $10 super chat. Say what again, mother? $10? Yo, y'all come up with some very creative screen names. Interesting. Ness, thank you, my brother, for all the great content you get me through some rough days at work. So thank you. I got Rayo winning, and I think Tank versus Roach will be pretty good fight. Appreciate you, champ, and I say that wholeheartedly because you guys could be listening to so much out there. There's so much content to choose from, not just boxing, just in general, man, right? Like you got radio and CD, well, radio and MP3 players kind of things, my bobs. There's just so much you could be doing. So I truly, truly appreciate y'all rocking out. If you want to go a step further, because watching, listening, that is supporting. But if you want to go a step further, man, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. That's still free, and it takes really no time. Really no time. Right now, you could also subscribe. We're at 237,565. We're trying to crush these goals. We're trying to get to 238,000. We're trying to grow. I mean, you already know the goal is to get to 1 million as a podcast, so we can have some of that $1 million worth of gain pool. You know what I'm saying? Get some of them big old names. Maybe get us a little Kevin Hart out here to talk about. I don't know. Just saying. Just saying. But once again, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. I need your help with the algorithm. We got LG, $5. Speaking of LG, bro, I ordered some shirts. Let me go get those. I ordered them for me, right? And they fucked up and sent me some larges thinking I was doing giveaways. And I'm like, bro, this shit was for me. But let me get those because now we do got to give them away.
Boxing Voice Radio, #1 podcast. Enjoy the show. It's a great day to talk boxing. Ness on the mic, super chat to call in. It's the Boxing Voice Radio, #1 podcast. Enjoy the show. Like, subscribe, like, subscribe, like, subscribe. Join the Patreon today.
Hey, we back. So, all right, I got these, and again, I ordered these for myself. And fucking FTWR. Shout out Fernando. Fernando fucked up and sent me the wrong size. So we always see me with this one. So I had to get more, because I love these. Right? Did he fucking do it crooked or is it me? All right, yeah, there it goes. All right, and that's got that beautiful gold and red metallic that I love. I love these. That's why I got so many. So I decided, let me make a Border Wars the same way. So first ever Border Wars with the same little gloss. Look at that metallic. You feel me? Anybody that has ever gotten a car painted knows what I mean by that metallic. Shit looks fire. So I got some of these too. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to wear this that day. But he sent the shit large. So all my large dudes out there, or girls, females, I got some larges in both of these designs that I don't need because I'm an extra large. We got Mr. Let Him Cook, Jerry Soriano with the counter punch. What up? We got two counter punches for C Dub, courtesy of James Benitez.
Yes,
Actually, that is a king counter. What's up, Jerry? Buenos dias.
this is a community public announcement.
All right.
Want to slow it down a little bit. And this is something I wanted to do yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. There's a caller that called in 2 nights ago. And if I get your name wrong, I'm sorry. It's either Jorge or Jose from Mexico.
Yeah, Jorge from Mexico.
Jorge. Listen, Jorge, if you're listening. I will pay for a counter punch for you to call in. And Ness, I think you might have missed the boat on him. He was actually trying to reach out. He was hurting. He was going through a divorce.
Bro, we talked and
wanted to.
remember, we only shifted because he said we shifted.
I know.
Because he said, "Nah, I don't want to talk about that." That
That is true. That is true. But he was definitely in pain. And what I want to tell you is this, brother. You know, I call in, I entertain, we do boxing takes. But in real life, I do a lot of life counseling. And one of my business mottos is live your life in chapters. And the reason why I say that is because in order for you to move forward, you have to close that chapter in your life. And although right now, at this moment, the divorce, I don't know if you have children, the pain seems like a loss. Instead of it being a loss, you can turn that into a lesson learned and become a better parent, a better father. Next time around, you'll be a better husband. Like Ness tells everybody on the show, he wasn't that good at being a husband. Maybe at not being a father. But he's better now. So instead of Ness looking at that as, hey, how much did I lose that first time around? He always preaches to you that he's better today because of the loss. And that's called learning. So what I will tell you, Hort, is this. It hurts. But become better. Ness tells you to get in the gym. Become a better you. And I guarantee you, my friend, I guarantee you, I do this all the time. You'll be more complete. You'll be a better husband next time around. You'll be a better friend. A better dad. You'll be better at your job. And if you take any advice from the community, you'll be better looking as well. So if you want to call in and lay it all out, that's what we're here for. We are a therapeutic center for men that are suffering. Thank you for listening.
You may feel like it's your
Shout
time.
out Jerry. Shout
it's
out
not your
Jerry. And for sure, you know, it sounds super cliche. If you're on Instagram and depending what you're consuming, you probably see these things 1,000 times. But Jerry is right. Working on yourself is the best thing to do in that time, and you're gonna come out of it so much better and with so much more clarity. And that's that's given that you were at fault, right? And you're gonna be able to see where you went wrong and hopefully correct those things, man. But yeah, man, get in the gym or start taking walks. That also helps clear the mind. But stay active, man. Stay active. You got a community here. We here, champ. Let us know if you need to holler. We got, I think it was real since day one. You asked about the hoodies. The hoodies, this particular hoodie could be found on another site, right? So the hoodie I normally wear that is equivalent to the Boxing Voice shirt I showed, the hoodie that I normally wear that looks like this. It is in that link on the FTWR link that I had put in the chat. This hoodie and other Boxing Voice older apparel, because remember I switched companies, could be found on this link that I'm going to put in the chat now. It's a Spreadshirt link, / the Boxing Voice. And it just has a lot of our older designs. It got like the Eurobomb, a lot of classics, man. Like this one is a classic, eat, sleep, smoke, boxing. So a lot of classics that, you have to had been listening to the show throughout the years. But again, for those people seeking the hoodies, I seen you in the chat. Those are the two places you can find my hoodies, the most recent and the oldest designs. We got LG back with another 5 salute. And he says, Tankamaniacs want the truth, but they don't want the scars. Okay. The Light, $5. No one said anything when Gamboa was getting title shots after title shots, damn near 4 in a row. Were they off of losses? I don't know, bro. I don't know. C Dub with the King Counter. What up?
Yo, the audio.
Straight.
Straight, that's what's up, man. Shout out TBV, smash that like button, it's free, do something with yourself. My boy JB, man. Good guy, man. Good guy. But I tried to take the high road, but I don't know the address. I gotta give the real. Cause what he said was some whole he must have forgot. He must have been drunk or having an out of body experience or something. Some people not used to having all that fineness in their presence. You know what I'm saying? When you have a woman that looked the way she did, because he was the one that asked her how much would it take for you to leave out of here with me. And then when she gave him that number, his soul left his body, and he must have been looking from his soul, and that's how he thought he wasn't the one that asked the question. But he was the one. And then when I tried to coach him and let him know, man, you wasn't even supposed to ask that question. You're supposed to say, "Let's get up out of here." You don't say how much it takes. Come on, man. But Ricky's made Ricky mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. He still got back on the horse though. He still got back he still tried again. Even though he was a little intimidated. Before you get your confidence up, he saw another girl he wanted to approach, and he asked me how should I approach her, and I was like, man, if you don't know how to approach her, man, just ask the waiter when she come over here. Just give them the breadcrumbs. On how to get to the goal, and that worked. So I'm gonna continue to go out with my boy, man. To build his confidence up, man. Cause he'll shoot the shot. We know but when he try to showboat, that dude on the court that try to dribble through his legs, and then the ball go out of bounds and shit. Like that's what happened. But he still started back dribbling, and that was good, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. I tried to take the high road, but I don't know the address. Shit, he got I sent the 5 counterpunch for you too, Ness, so you can give it back to him or give it to a back call brother, DC3, one of them. Let me see, man. Anything else from this fight? Nah, man. Like I said, go to the bar, man. Get out and about, be seen. Get some reps in. You know, have some fun, have some drinks, see the city a little bit. Cause this one of those fights, this one of those events that they're going to be out. The bars are going to be packed. Twin Peaks, Hooters, check your local listings. Call in to see if they're going to be showing the fight. Pretty sure they are. They may even hit you with a cover charge. You know, But yeah, man, my boy, he must didn't know that was him that asked how much. And when she said 50K, we had to shot. We had to hit him with the C. We almost had to slap him to bring him back.
You may feel like it's your time,
Shout out TBV,
but
smash
it's
that
not
like
your
button
time.
is free. It's under what you said. Shout out
Champ,
JB.
FYI, you still got 2 calls, all right? You know, because he paid for
Oh no,
2.
yeah, give it
But
to
I know
somebody else.
I will.
I'm about to
I
get
will.
back. I'm about to get back.
You the man. You the man. You the man. If you're watching this on YouTube, Broken Record Time, hit that thumbs up. Let me get that support. Free 99. Mad Bent, $102. Tanquil in 6. Russell in 9. Sandor loses by unanimous decision. Sandor in 9. This month, you done bumped your head. You done bumped your head. Dan in Canada. What up?
Ness.
What's up, brother?
Hey, buddy. Good morning.
Buenos dias. Buenos dias.
So, I don't have any like hot takes. I mean, I got Tank. I got Ryo. Is Williams? Is he still with Breadman?
Yep, far as I know.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm calling Julian. Um, Two things. Just so one of the cool things about my job is I get to interview people sometimes for scripts that I'm writing. One of the scripts I wrote, a pilot I wrote a couple years ago, was about sex workers, about that industry.
Okay.
And so I was interviewed. I know it sounds funky, but I was
Nah,
interviewing
nah,
people
nah.
who
I
work
mean,
in.
it's just right away I correlated this is going to be part of the conversation about the 50,000. So I'm assuming
Yeah,
you spoke with someone who actually charges 50,000.
no, but it ties back to our friends in Saudi.
Okay.
MBS is on record for having paid 30,000 one night for yams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so yeah, that's just on record. Who knows? Who knows what's off book? Secondly,
Damn.
you know, I've been listening, for a couple of years now. I just started calling in. It's not, I usually just listen. It's just I'm not used to engaging with shows, but it's just such a great show. One of the things I really do like about this show is, and it was kind of unexpected, was like just this. You got a great community, man. I mean, it's people calling in, supporting each other, exercising, mental health. So anyway, again, I wrote a pilot about spies, and I got to interview somebody who was an ex-spy, and they talked about what they do for mental health, physical and mental health, as like routines. And I was just curious. I'll get into it real quick, just for you guys were talking about somebody who was struggling. I think it was a divorce. There was somebody who lost their mom a little while ago, I think, who called in. I was curious, do you have, I'm also in I'm moving into my 40s now. Do you have routines, like morning and evening routines? Are the things that you do?
Me?
Yeah, you
I,
specifically.
I think that my therapy, bro, like what you're looking for me to say is the show. Because outside of the routine and consistency of the show, it's just the working out and again, this is gonna sound cliche, but me and my wife we're friends, so it's
Hmm.
really simple. It's like work, exercise, wife, repeat.
Yep, yep. No, that's a big one. I mean, the physical activity. Sir, just keep
Nah,
interviewing. I got
don't
you.
worry, keep going.
So little things, routine. I'm just starting to get into this. It's been about a
You may
year, maybe
feel
a year
like
and a
it's your
half for
time,
me. One of the
but it's
main
not your
things this
time.
guy talked about was you wake up in the morning, and this is what he learned from the CIA. You wake up in the morning, you drink warm water. I know it sounds like a small, silly thing, but you drink like a bottle of warm water, and not like drink to sip, like you drink it. Your
Mm.
body loses a lot of water. Whether or not you get up in the night to piss, your body loses a lot of water, especially if you're like me and you drink coffee. You need that water. Secondly, so for me, meditation just doesn't work. I've tried it for years, doesn't work. This guy suggested breath work. You ever work? I mean, as you know, you fought, you competed, right? You fought, you at least sparred.
Yeah.
You ever
But
you
no,
ever work with breath
I
work?
mean that is again that is the most difficult thing is how to remain calm in that ring. So no, I never
Hmm.
done any breathing techniques.
So there's a guy I like. His name's Wim Hof. He's, I think, a Dutch. He was an Olympic swimmer. He has some techniques, real simple. So drink water in the morning. I do a little bit of breath work. Other weird little tricks. If you're right-handed and you normally brush your teeth with your right hand, you brush your teeth with your left hand in the morning. It tricks your brain into doing work that isn't actually work, but it's like it's a weird little kind of neuro trick that you can play on yourself, uh, that just kind of gets you a little more focused without actually, like, we're all kind of groggy in the morning, but that's one of those things that like eases you into focus. And then there was one of again, this is depending on where you land. Customato was big on this, but the power of positive thinking. So again, this is CIA tactic. You look at yourself directly in the mirror, into your own eyes, like look directly into your eyes, and positive affirmation. You say something, you say something about yourself. This isn't me. This is CIA training. So water, breathing or meditation, opposite hand toothbrush. Sounds stupid, and a positive affirmation. So again, it's worked for me for the last little while. This has become my routine. I can attest to, you know, to I don't know if it actually. It's hard to say whether it actually works or it's just I look forward to it in the morning. But for me, it's made a difference. My 2 cents.
But when
Yeah,
you say made a
that's about it.
difference, in what exactly? Like
Well,
doing
I mean,
doing
so I don't.
this, you get what out of doing this?
I'm like, so I'm in my 40s. I've smoked weed for 25 years. Oxygen, when you smoke weed, it restricts your blood vessels, right? So the breath work brings in oxygen, right? So for me, I'm writing during the day. I'm using my brain. It helps with clarity, right? So the breath work helps with that. The positive affirmation, it's debatable. I mean, it's like I don't always do that one, but I mean, Tyson swears by it. Customato swore by it. Like, there are, it is rooted in science. So I mean, but that one not so much. The water, listen, I mean, I think it just, like, you don't realize you're dehydrated until it's too late. And so I think the water generally just, I think, physically makes me feel better. Like, I'd be I'd be hard pressed to point to exactly what it does. But like, if you struggle with drinking water throughout the day, hit it in the morning. You just hit it in the morning, and then that at least carries you through till noon. So you just get you get your hydration through, kind of in one shot. And ultimately, it's just like I wake up looking forward to doing these things. Like, I can see in the chat people are not into this shit. So I'm gonna let you go. This is just my 2 cents. If
Bro,
anybody's
bro, bro,
struggling,
bro.
this shit
Listen,
helps.
listen. Don't be discouraged by the chat. That doesn't matter.
I'm
I follow
I'm
this
I'm a
doctor. I follow this doctor, and his thing about struggling with water is add salt. So I had bought like this salt product from Amazon that adds electrolytes,
like
but
electrolyte.
yes, yes. So
Mm,
I don't know
yeah.
if that's the same thing with the warm water. I couldn't do warm water. I can do room
Talking like room
temperature.
temp.
Yeah, I could
Room
do room
temp. It just
temperature for real.
yeah,
For
room
real.
room temp. It helps with digestion. And then the other thing that the CIA operative was telling me, this gets a little deeper, and I'm not able to do this, but they call it they eat what's called a white diet in the morning when they can.
Which
Egg
is
whites, white
what
cheese,
time do
and
you
like
eat
onions.
breakfast though? Like
Well,
when you say in
I
the
don't eat.
morning,
I
are
don't.
you typically like the traditional morning? Because I don't have breakfast till after the show. Sometimes that's 2 o'clock.
So for me, it's like it's the water. It's usually coffee, and then I do oats, like overnight oats, and that's like, I'd say for me it's probably around like 9. I walk the dog, have coffee, and then come back, and it's around 9, and then I start working around, around 9:30. So
So
yeah,
so
yeah.
another thing, you said 25 years. I almost interpreted like you've quit. Did you?
I moved on to capsules, to just not quite edibles, but they're like pills.
THC
I, I,
capsules.
I yeah, I can't with the hot smoke in my lungs anymore, man. I just
Okay.
it's
That's
I
crazy.
just
That's crazy because don't those capsules have like caffeine and other things in them? I took one of those. That shit is
no, not that
live.
I know.
That shit is live,
Yo,
bro. I was in Blue Wire in the wind, and I forget what guess I had, but I had popped one of those damn THC pills from Hardin before going
yeah.
to the studio at 12 o'clock. And I had a panic attack in that bitch. I mean, I didn't let nobody know but Danny, but I text Danny from my laptop like, bro, we got to end this show. This pill got me crazy. My hand was shaking. You know,
So the
so
diff,
I was on
yeah,
I knew I was having a panic attack, but I didn't want to react crazy on camera. So like I was still able to
yeah.
beat it, but I wanted to get the fuck out of there and go home.
Well,
That shit had me
and
going
so
crazy.
that's the difference, right? You hit a blunt, you smoking a joint. It's like it's instantaneous, right? You take these pills. It
It
takes,
creeps up on
sometimes
you.
dude, sometimes I forget, man. So I
Yes.
like take the dog out for a walk. It's like, oh shit,
Yes.
but once you get used to it, it's kind of like it's almost integrates to the
No,
day
I
a
got
little,
used
like
to it
without
because
you,
that's what
you
I
know what I'm
use
saying?
now to fly. Like whenever I remember,
Yes,
I use
yeah,
those to fly. I even fuck like they don't even know. I even took those to Florida. I got some in Florida, so when I fly back, like that's the
yeah.
best to fly because A, they don't know, and B, that shit is fucking. It's a heavy,
I mean,
weird.
look,
It's
I
just
miss
weird though, cause
smoking.
it's. I
Like
feel like it's an uppity high because they add the caffeine and all this fucking like shit to
well,
keep you lit.
I don't know what it's like there. We have again, I'm in Toronto, so we have like the shit is government regulated,
No,
so it's
ours
straight
is
up.
too. Ours is too. And
Yeah,
let me distinguish and say that they also have different kinds. They have, THC pills to quote unquote clean. And even on the package, there's like a fucking stick figure of someone cleaning. Then they have other ones
yeah,
for
yeah.
ups and downs, all those things. So it's really what you want.
It's just like again, it's clean. I know what I'm ingesting. I get because I figured out how much I can take. Like which dosage works for
Yeah.
me. It's like you kind of, what I mean. There's no surprises. You kind of know what to expect every time. So it's like, all right, I pop this in 20 minutes. It's gonna hit.
Shit,
It's like
20?
it's
I think it
yeah. That's
takes
what I just.
longer
I
for
mean,
me. I hate
I
edibles
mean,
because of that. I feel like it takes so long. I get desperate and I eventually light a L, waiting for the high, and then now I'm too high because the shit kicked in. But listen, Dan,
I'm
let me
on a
get to
20.
some callers. I
Yeah,
got them
yeah, yeah,
lined
yeah,
up.
yeah. All right,
Appreciate you,
appreciate
brother.
you.
Do not get discouraged. You got to remember, you have more courage than them because you actually called in. Think about all the
I'm
years that
still.
you've been listening, and we've been
Yeah, yeah.
complaining about these guys who only
You
chat.
guys, you just talk about such interesting shit that sometimes isn't related to boxing, and so anyway, it's tangential. But
No, and
thanks, man. I
that's what it's
appreciate it, man.
supposed to be. It's the Breakfast Club of boxing, bro. We need these types of conversations that are also part of the boxing show. So I appreciate you calling in.
All right, kid. Thanks, man.
You
Cheers.
got it. Iron Mike, what it do?
Yo, shout out to Jerry and shout out to the last caller because it's funny. I was about to bring in the Saudi topic because a few years ago I heard about all these IG girls that you think that they have fucking 500,000 followers and they're mad that you look at a mad fly. Like you have a lot of these Saudi princes fly them out to Saudi and not even to sleep with them. They'll be doing some foul shit as far as like having their camel defecate on them and do some crazy ass shit. Not for 50 bands, not for 100, for 200 and flying them private to Dubai. So you be seeing a lot of wild shit. So in terms of saying that 50K, is rare, I mean, you'll be surprised, Ness. You'll be surprised. But
But wait a
Ness,
minute, because you're going outside the topic now. Now no longer talking about sex workers. We're talking strictly a prince picking a beautiful woman and enticing her with money. You know, he was talking about like sex workers, prostitution. I'm like, God damn, like people paying 50,000 for, you know what I'm saying? That's different than a fucking Saudi Arabian prince picking a girl on IG and saying, "Listen, I got 200,000 and a private jet." Like, you know, listen,
I'm not
I'm
sure.
old.
I'm not sure if that's. I'm not sure if that's too different because at the end of the day,
Nah,
you
it's
know, you
different.
have to
How old
look
are
at that.
you?
That these. I'm 38. 38.
So you probably seen what's that movie? Wasn't it Indecent Exposure, son? With a millionaire, you know,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
bro. Like
yeah.
that's.
With
I mean, you can't. That's something you can't account for or fault. Like, bro, 200,000 is 200,000. Any girl is gonna think about that shit. Any girl. 200,000 clean plus the private jet. Shit. And you talking about she ain't even gotta have sex? Oh Lord have mercy. Lord
I
have that's not
mean,
even
at the end
it's
of the
not even
day,
fair
at the
game,
end of
man.
the
That's not even fair game because, you know,
at
it's gonna be hard to
at
say
the end
no.
of at the end of the day, you'll be surprised. I mean, what someone will be willing to do for that type of money. But aside from that, Ness, getting back to boxing, Ness, I'm a little surprised that a lot of people don't go the IBF route, knowing how messed up the politics within boxing are. Like
I'm
that's
with you,
the
man.
only sanctioning I'm the only sanctioning body that kind of tries to keep things legit. And not because
You
they
may
in
feel
line,
like
it's
it's your
because they
time,
went through a federal
but it's not
indictment
your
in the
time.
early 2000s. So I understand that they gotta, tip their toes and stay on the right path. But bro, the first time that I started to understand how the politics kind of boxing worked was when the WBC stripped Sergio Martinez because HBO wanted him to fight another fighter instead of fighting Sebastian Sabik. And for the WBC, it just makes sense having
Well, they
Chavez
stripped him.
Jr. holding that belt.
Yeah, they stripped him more for Chavez, not for fucking HBO.
Yeah, but HBO put him in a difficult position because they didn't want Sergio Martinez facing Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted him to fight someone else, and at the end of the day, is HBO putting up the money. So we may be looking at it like, oh, why he didn't force a mandatory, why he didn't do
I
this?
think
That
that
was
was
his mando.
more.
It's like, bro,
I think that was
politics are
more. I think that was more a Lou DiBella thing. You know, Lou. I would love to get him on and ask him, but remember that Lou was the HBO executive, like Showtime's Espinoza at one point. And imagine Espinoza now becoming Espinoza Promotions, the way that Lou DiBella became DiBella Promotions. So I think there was some friction there with the old guard and the new guard, right? Because that was Lou's job. Now he leaves that job and is a promoter with Sergio Martinez, one of the best fighters. So think about it. HBO doesn't want to approve Sebastian Veek's title defense versus uh, Sergio, but they allow the same fight versus Chavez because Chavez fought him for that belt that on HBO. So they stripped Julio, but it still worked out for Sergio. You know, shout out to Mauricio, the WBC, because he understood that the networks were not trying to approve Martinez and Zveek, and he promised Sergio, "You'll get your shot once once Chavez beats Zveek, you next." And he was. And he had a pay-per-view fight. It was here in Las Vegas, and they did a ballsy thing. They went up against head-to-head versus Canelo. Canelo fought Canelo fought Josecito Lopez, I think in the MGM, and Sergio and Chavez fought in the Thomas and Mack, and
it
they did like five hundred
it it was
thousand, and it was a great fight.
it, it it was still
Well, it
nasty
wasn't a
work. But I'm
great
gonna ask you
fight.
this.
It was an ass whooping, and Chavez got lucky. He fucking brought the spirit of his father back in that 12th round. That's all.
I'm gonna leave it with this, Ness. With all this conversation that we're having about the politics and everything, How do you feel about that TKO boxing league coming in? Because I think it'll clean all of that shit up. Like, to me,
I mean, we
I
gotta
feel
see what
bad
they're
for the
gonna do.
fighters.
I'm not giving anybody, any love unwarranted. Pro Box had to earn our trust and our watch time, which is money. Okay, every time you tune into Pro Box, they get to build watch time and they get to sell that to their advertisers. If you noticed last time, they showed you how many views they're getting, and they made that public for the people that are watching that potentially want to advertise. So the Zone, ESPN, we're all consumers to them. They got to give us the right product or we'll move the fuck on. They're competing against Netflix and Amazon Prime Videos with their series, and Apple has series now. I mean, look, they got to do a better job. We must not allow them to keep giving us dog shit. But
Well,
look, let me
let's
get to some
see.
other
Only time will
callers,
tell,
man.
brother.
Hey, Laugh Out Loud Pillow, what up? Laugh Out Loud Pillow. Yep. We got Jesse Quesada, $5. WBC just ordered David Bivol. Make that in July. Arthur versus Effort for the IBF winners of each fight can fight each other at the end of the year. Thoughts? I just want y'all to know, man, everybody's getting so excited by that. Unless the WBC does some, power move bullshit, they're not next, which means David isn't next, which means them ordering it means nothing. Effort is next with the IBF, and we know the IBF don't play. They don't play. And again, the president of the WBO made such an amazing point, and I'm gonna have Jose on the show at 5:30. I mean, I don't know that he answered, but he asked me what time, and I gave him a time and fell asleep. So, uh, but we need to know why didn't they do their legal right? It's true. WBO president Gustavo Olivetti told us to ask, and we must ask. Why didn't they do their legal right and have the fight ordered? Like I've always said, why wouldn't you just order the fight so that that man could be stripped? Legally, you are due the fight. CYP likes to call in and say, well, you should say what the president said, that he's not going to. Well, then there seems to be a lawsuit there. Legally, you're entitled. And that's why Gustavo said what he said and doubled down and made himself very clear. Very, very, very informative interview we had yesterday with the WBO president, Gustavo Olivetti. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. Nasty work. We've been at over 1,200 people watching for a very long time, and we're still not at 700 likes. And the chat has been open the entire show. The entire show. I never once said anything. I just let it live. And y'all still ain't hit the thumbs up. This is what I'm saying. This is what happened last night. I left it open. I'm letting y'all chill. The minute I get my guest, y'all start talking crazy so that he could see craziness. Like this caller, this last caller from Canada, he seen the craziness in the chat. It's like, yo, what y'all say people see, man. What's wrong with y'all? Haters. Always hating, man. Last call for callers, man. Last call for callers. I guess even though it's Tank, not a lot of people want to make a prediction since they know the Tank is going to get the knockout anyway, right? I guess. Last call for callers. We got Nike Hendricks. What up? I mean, there's a whole card. Nobody called in to make any other predictions, which is crazy.
Yo, you got me.
Yep.
Shouts out to the boxing voice, man. So, what's the betting odds on this Tank and Roach fight? I know Roach the underdog, but what's the odds?
I'm about to lock the chat because Ron Ultra said right after I become a member, you got the chat open from the start. What the F? All right, Ron, I'm closing it because of you, champ. It's your
Oh
fault.
shit.
You told me to do it. I'm closing it literally right now because of Ron. What's up, champ?
I said, what's the Ben odds? I know Roach.
On Roach?
Uh, yeah, I know he an underdog, but like, what's the odds?
So let me pull that up here. Man, you got a little feedback. I mean, not a feedback, but an echo. But on my bookie, if you're gonna bet on who you want to bet on, what you want
Shit,
to
I
know?
want to
What
bet
you want to
on
know? What you
Roach.
want to know? What you want to know?
I'm trying to see how can I bet even though I'm in Atlanta because I know that should be hard. I'm trying to put 200 on Roach, man. I need that.
200
I
on
need
Roach
that
by
upset.
what though? By what though? What you trying to bet? Like
I
decision or
I like
knockout?
decision. I like decision. I
Oh
can't go
shit, nah,
knockout.
bro. Don't. You don't want me to tell you what you gonna win on Roach by decision on my bookie.
What's that like?
If you
400?
if you put 200 on Roach by decision, you win $5,000.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it.
But make sure you do it
I'm
on my
doing it.
bookie, man. I'm gonna get you that link. You feel me? It don't matter the amount you
Okay.
bet. It's not like I'm gonna make any percentage of what you bet. But
Nah,
I rock
nah.
with
I
them. They
got.
rock with me. And I know your money's safe there because I use them weekly.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, I just need to know how I was gonna do it because I'm in Georgia too, man. I'm in Atlanta, so I ain't know like how
Oh,
that
well, I
works
sent you the
out.
link to your DM. You can check if it works in Atlanta for you. But my bookie works in most places.
I appreciate that, Nance. I just need to know that because Friday when I get paid, I'm putting it down.
Put it down, champ. Good luck. Good luck to you, man. Bet responsibly. I mean, listen, 200 ain't much, especially to win that much. But that's crazy, right? Because it's like that. I mean, to me, that says he's not getting the win. But I could be wrong, man. We got Tip Bellis, the cousin of Tank Davis. What it do? What it do?
Yo, man. Shout out to Joy Taylor and her peanut butter skin. She's been suspended, you know what I'm saying, from her show on FS1, man. If y'all know, y'all know. Apparently, she's got some type of quote unquote infraction. Nah, shout out to my man Jason Whitlock, man. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Big card coming up this weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? We got CYP versus King. You know what I'm saying? We got CYP versus King. We got Jerome Wolf versus Supermex. You know what I'm saying? Who else, man? We got my boy Quan. He going against Troy Fighter. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's another TBX win. Easy win, man. Easy win. It's gonna be a lot of easy wins for TBX this weekend, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of easy wins for TBX this weekend. Make sure when y'all pop up the Border Wars to get y'all shirts. You know what I'm saying? Cop y'all merch, man. Cop y'all merch. But look, you know, shout out to Tank. You know, he been making his rounds around NYC this week. You know what I'm saying? He was at the Nets game last night. You know what I'm saying? Went to the cops in NYC boxing gym, you know what I'm saying, for the kids and shit last night. You know, my guy just been out there doing his thing. Shout out to Lamont, man, getting his Breakfast Club interview. And I got something to say, man. I got something to say. Because this is nasty work. These dudes, Ak and Barack, are downright fucking ridiculous, dog. Like, I ain't never seen so much Shakur riding in my life. Like, these dudes are flat out Shakur riders. And you know what I'm saying? I get it, man. They getting paid to twerk for the Turks, so they gotta support Shakur and Hearn, bro. But it's just nasty the way they doing it, man. Like I hope,
What
like, you
what
know,
in
I'm
the
gonna
hell? What in the hell is you talking about, bro? What were you talking about?
listen, man. I'm gonna just hold my comments for after the fight this Saturday because these two are my guys. But I'm gonna get back to them. You know what I'm saying? The way they was talking crazy about, you know what I'm saying, a potential Tank and Shakur fight, bro. Because they did like the way they was doing it. Nah, bro, that's
What you
nasty,
mean? But
nasty
what
work,
they
bro.
did? Because I
Nah,
watched the video, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell you talking
yo,
about.
you ain't see the way they was campaigning for this man? Like he one of the best fighters in the world.
But
You know what
is
I'm
he
saying? Like he
not?
this dude,
Is he
like he this
not?
tank,
Is he
like he
not?
this tank stopper,
But
like he
is
this
he
tank
not?
stopper.
Is
Like,
he
come on, man.
not one of the
No,
best
man.
fighters in the world?
I mean, he cool or whatever. You feel me? But
He cool.
at the end of the day,
Hey yo, we could tell you faking it, bro. That right there, let
listen,
us know.
man.
I was about to play the
Shakur,
video, but
Shakur, a
you
good
just let us
fighter.
know you faked it.
Nah, play. Shakur's a good fighter, but he just ain't faced that level of opposition to me to say that